Prime one, that's him. Sky, thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball. You goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strapped with it for my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fan before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan, tone mob, a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops, I get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try to see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a crook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone out the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the gray poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah. Yes.
Howdy, man.
Top of the morning and happy Friday to y'all.
Happy Friday, fellas.
Let's go.
It's Friday.
And we're continuing our free agency frenzy coverage for another live edition of Away
Your
Game.
Up 4 days in a row.
Yeah. I think this is a smooth 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, or did we not do Wednesday?
Well, we did. I think we did it all.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did Wednesday in the afternoon.
Hey, bro. 100 Friday straight.
Yep.
And we're still on Aaron Rodgers watch.
Yeah, and we're gonna be on that for a couple days.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah. Is it really though? Like, what do we expect?
Well, I like I'm the type I like dominoes to fall, and then I can start plotting things out.
Exactly.
Like, so for example, like, as it stands right now, we can still play the guessing game. Like, hey, look, Russ went to Cleveland and left. And what did I say? If he leaves Cleveland, he's not getting the job there. You know what I mean? He left without a contract, means he's not getting one. So I'm Russ could then go to like Tennessee and or New York. So, but see, I feel like now he tried to beat Rodgers to the punch. Now he's gonna have to wait for Rodgers.
Well, he's in New York today for a visit.
Wilson
Wilson.
I saw that.
All of those veteran quarterbacks, they basically want to play for Minnesota right now, right?
Yeah.
And then Kirk Cousins.
He just wants up out of there.
He's still on Falcons, right?
Yeah, and they won't release him, so he has to be
I wonder
traded.
if he would be if they would trade with Atlanta to get Kirk Cousins.
Who?
Minnesota, if they would go out and get
here's the thing.
Kirk Cousins again.
I mean, what Minnesota's doing right now, they wouldn't trade for him and bring over that bag. He would have to massively restructure his contract.
Oh,
because they spent a lot of money in free
that's
agency.
everybody, though, right? That's it. That's any team that's gonna acquire. So if he's gonna go anywhere, it'd be like under that, right? Because his talent isn't really it wasn't showcased as anybody that should get more money than Aaron Rodgers, especially, right? It's like no team if they could pay. So I guess maybe I should just not even think about a Kirk Cousins. He's just going to be the backup for the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm putting Kirk Cousins where I was trying to put him. And that would be with Cleveland because he played under Stefanski back in when he first touched down to Minnesota. That was his OC for a couple of years there, and they got into the playoff. They won a playoff game together. You know,
if I'm Cleveland, I'm starting my rookie. Whoever they get to pick, Shador or Cam Ward. Looks like Cam Ward is the darling over in Tennessee. So
yeah, and I think they might even go Jackson Dart over Shador just based on the fact that Shador don't want to go there.
Russ go without a contract. Do you think that they might have an inside thing that they might be getting Kirk Cousins?
Maybe.
Well,
because
we don't know until Sunday what happens with Kirk Cousins because
Bobby is right. He got that bag, so that's gonna follow him wherever he goes.
Yeah,
unless
like
just go
a place like Cleveland, a place like Cleveland having the correlation with the coach, you know, and playing together under Stefanski, and then the fact that they have they actually might not have the space though.
I think Flacco's the perfect fit for Cleveland.
Yeah, if I'm Cleveland, I'd rather have Flacco.
Yeah, he knows the system.
I mean, he played with Stefanski a couple years ago. The reason they were able to bring him off the literal couch and bring him in to start was because he played under Gary Kubiak for a couple seasons in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And Gary Kubiak, that Stefanski is a product of Gary Kubiak. He's a Kubiak disciple. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which goes to show, like, you know, these coordinators and these coaches, they when they have a system, they pretty much, as long as they're in the game still, that means their system moderately works. Otherwise, they would drastically change stylistically. Like, who was it, Martz? Who was the guy? No, that wasn't Martz. I think Martz might have been under him. But who was the guy, the Rams head coach with the greatest show on turf?
Oh, it was Mike Oh, God.
Dick Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil, yeah.
Dick Vermeil, and then Mike Martz was up underneath him, right?
Dick Vermeil was with the Eagles, wasn't he?
There you go. And Dick Vermeil, he had changed up his whole coaching woo-wop, his whole scheme. He changed everything up when he got to the Rams because he figured he was doing television for a while, but he figured the last time I had a head coaching gig, the players hated me. You know, we were winning, but then it became like now they're not winning. They're not winning with that same that mindset, that same system. He changed it all up drastically when he got to the Rams, and it worked out in year one because people were hit over the head. You know what I mean? They weren't, and they were good for a few years. I mean, shit, they kind of gave birth to the Patriots by losing to them in the Super Bowl a couple years later.
They want to know if you're having breakfast beers, Lee.
No, I'm actually having a smoothie. Smoothie mixed in smooth. I've been trying these new kind of smoothies out.
Lee is our DD. He's
our designated podcaster.
Yeah. No, I'm the clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
Not just going to the Vikings Steelers. Retired on a podcast. Cousins.
I would too. There's nothing for him. There's no accolades or anything that's like gonna make him go down in history as the best quarterback ever. He is who he is, and he's gonna go down as one of the greatest of his generation.
You know what? You know what's sad is I bet you Aaron Rodgers. He thinks a lot of what if, right? Like, what if I didn't? What if I spoke up earlier and was like, "Fuck Mike McCarthy," because he went on with Mike McCarthy and kind of and Rodgers carried that team literally by himself for years and years, only to get to like as close as the NFC Championship a few times. I mean, obviously they went and won it one time, but that was the one year they had a good defense too. Because Rodgers didn't really do much in the playoff run. Then he got to the Super Bowl. He did enough to beat the Steelers, but it was that defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I mean, there's a bunch of ways to nitpick Rodgers, but for me, I'm always gonna say it was because Mike McCarthy sucks, man. And like they tried to home grow everything, which they were pretty good at. But that also meant like when you're home growing a receiver, this might take 3 years. You know, like Jordy Nelson. Hey, this might take 2 or 3 years, like Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? Where it's like, and all of a sudden,
They always have a deep core. They always had a deep receiver.
yeah,
Brett Favre, I mean, that's their track record, though. You know, you got one in the '90s, you got one in the right before the century turn or the decade turned into 2010s. I want to say that was '09 or something like that.
yeah. It was like it was a little over 10 years later.
On everything, so you know, you got those in years, but you 3 quarterbacks that you done ran with 30 years or some shit like that. So that type of organization, you know, and it's a small city organization, even though it's a part of the league. You know what I mean? They're not used to just being hella dominant.
I mean,
Plus with the same players, you know what I mean?
it could be like the fact that they're the first to ever win it.
They pay everybody.
Yeah, they were the first to ever win it. You know what I mean? And they then they won it the second they won it back to back, and then it went until the '90s until they actually got another one. So even though they call them Title Town or whatnot, you know what I mean? They it's only been the last 30 years they've really been a consistent organization as far as winning goes. And even then, I mean, it's because you had look at those last 30 years. It's pretty much been 2 QBs, and now you have we're going into year 3 of the Jordan Love era. You know what I mean? And which he's had a couple playoff appearances already, including last year and the year prior. He got a playoff win under his belt.
He's got to throw a more accurate fucking deep ball. I like the kid, but man, that deep ball is just too. It's not on. It's not on target enough.
It's off.
I think for sure. In athleticism, because he can throw the ball 70 yards.
He could throw the ball. Yeah, fuck yeah. The guy's gifted, but I don't know what it is. It's like you watch him and he releases like a more than a handful like deep passes, and he might be lucky to convert one of them because.
I mean, and then he has the occasional like like the weird arm angle throws and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then sometimes they'll connect you like, oh shit, he got a little bit of Patrick Mahomes in him, and then like you'll see this big old wild inaccurate throw down the field that goes to a pick, and you're like, oh shit, he sucks.
Yeah, or it's like a lot of overthrows too. I see that. And
then like now we have 2 years.
And Jalen and Jaden or whatever. Like Jaden Reed is fucking
non-existent. That's play calling.
A guy
that's play calling. That turns into play calling issues because and the formations that they run most of the time, 12 personnel, it takes Jaden Reed off the field because he's usually only on the field 3 wide sets. And I don't think they trust him to be on the field as the second wide receiver out wide. You know what I mean? Maybe because he's more of a gadget guy. I don't know. That's a coaching thing to me because we've seen Jaden Reed ball out when he gets the targets.
Yeah.
But also during that year, they had a non-existent run game. Aaron Jones was banged up. AJ Dillon was he sucked. So it's like they were throwing it a lot. They ran a lot more shootouts in 2023.
That's why you're going to get the same type of offense this year for the Green Bay Packers, especially with them investing $77 million into Aaron Banks. Fucking Josh Jacobs, his stock should be rising going into this year again as one of them running backs. Like I said, I think he had 100 carries, and I didn't see. I forgot what the fucking receptions was, but he had over 300 and something plus touches last year, and that ain't nowhere, bro.
Yeah, it's not. And like as long as I mean, this is what Matt LaFleur. So when you have Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur, Aaron Rodgers is gonna do what he sees fit. You know what I'm saying? But then there would be some moments like in the NFC Championship against Brady and them where they opt to kick the fucking field goal instead of going for it on fourth, knowing that you're gonna kick the field goal and give the ball back to the goal, and all he needs to do is get in the field goal range to win the game. So then that goes to show too, where it's like, man, Aaron Rodgers just can't catch a break. If you were not to put any blame on Aaron Rodgers in his career with Green Bay, you know what I mean? Because, or even the 3 or 4 instances I could think of where he's in a playoff game in overtime, he loses the coin flip. There was one against Atlanta, one against in 2015 against the Cardinals, then one against in 2016 against the Falcons. What else? Back to the NFC Championship 2013, where to send Seattle to the back-to-back Super Bowl appearances, he lost the coin flip there in overtime, and they just went on to score, so he never saw the field. You know what I mean? In all those instances, so it's kind of crazy when you really deep dive the Aaron Rodgers story, where how many times he got close and really only got there one time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then now here we have Jared Love. He wins the playoff game. Then he gets a bag, and like now, but he got him into the playoffs last year again. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy because they're making it as a team. They're not making it. They're making it in spite of Jordan Love. I mean, he missed time last year, and his play was lackluster. So it's kind of crazy.
Aaron Rodgers is the fantasy MVP.
Well, speaking of
why I
Aaron
love him so
Rodgers,
much?
he wants to play 2 more years.
That's why I love him.
He
so
was
much.
always the quarterback that was like hard fought. Like if you could get a Aaron Rodgers, you were probably making it into the fantasy Super Bowl with that guy.
I mean, Broncos, Peyton Manning. For those first few years, he was like that. So it's like, man, if he had Peyton Manning, he's doing like 40.
It was like Brady was serviceable at times. He wasn't like super awesome.
There was the
for fantasy.
2007 Brady with
like,
Randy Moss.
Almost every year, Aaron Rodgers was a guy because he could run and he was getting a lot of touchdowns, and it was like always guaranteed.
0 to no picks.
It was guaranteed 4,000 plus yards. He had all them touchdowns with
30 plus
all those
usually.
great receivers that he had, and then I don't know.
Tom Brady. I will come to Tom Brady's defense here. There was the 2007 year with Randy Moss. Then there was another year that was pretty notable. I think it was the 2016 season when he actually was suspended for the Deflategate. But he came back, balled out. Like he was an MVP candidate. He didn't get it though. But it was a
couple good Brady years.
Huh?
Couple good Brady years.
Yeah, and then when he got to Tampa, every single year was awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, that was the best.
You always had Gronk.
Think about this. When he got to Tampa, what did he do? He brought over Gronk, and they brought over Antonio Brown. So now he had Gronk and AB, Godwin, and fucking Mike Evans. Insane.
Those are some years for the quarterbacks. Now we don't really get that like high passing, like the quarterbacks that really do well right now
On the bad teams, Drew Brees when he threw for 5,000 all those years, the defense was bad. Matthew Stafford threw for 5,000 a couple times, defense was bad. Brady, he threw for 5,000 one of those years with Tampa. Maybe that's the outlier because their defense wasn't that bad. The secondary was giving up.
Roethlisberger. And
Roethlisberger went for 5,000 in 2018, and they had a decent defense.
Matt Ryan
threw for 5. Wasn't that with Shanahan?
Julio Jones.
Yeah, it was with Shanny. He was the MVP that year.
But
I don't know if he went for 5,000, but did he?
He had Mohamed Sanu and Julio Jones and was throwing touchdowns.
And Taylor Gabriel
like 2 or
had
3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah,
and then
that was with Shanny.
Yeah, he was doing the 300-yard per game for
Andrew Luck, even though as short-lived as it was, man,
Rivers was
balling.
mid, but like still like a 45 to 4,800 yards through the air. So it's pretty.
Who's this? Rivers?
Rivers, yeah.
I thought Rivers was like a 42 to 4,500 max guy. I don't know. Did he ever get over 4,500? And he was usually like a 25 to 30 passing tug guy.
I think that I don't know if am I wrong? Did Vincent Jackson play with Rivers?
Yeah,
He
Or was that just free?
Antonio Gates. I mean, he probably had a ton of touchdowns.
All right, you want to know Philip
Rivers'
Rivers' big year? Let's see.
What's up?
What? How many yards he put up?
Like, what was Philip Rivers' best year? You know what I mean? Like, just statistically. Because, like,
It's going to be
I mean, we had Kirk Cousins throw for almost 5,000.
2019, 4,615.
See,
No,
okay,
hold
I knew he went.
2010.
He went.
2010. There you go.
4,700.
That was that year. That
47.
was that year that y'all went to the. Y'all had the number one offense.
Yeah, 47-10 he had about 30 touchdowns.
That
30
was
touchdowns, 30 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
30 touchdowns and 15 went to LT and then 15 went to Gates.
Was that the LT 27 touchdown year for LT?
He had 31.
31, excuse me. Was it the 31 year?
That was one of the
sick
all-time
year.
great fucking fantasy football seasons ever.
Man, that was a hell of a fantasy year, whoever had him.
Dude.
He did it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
He did it 2 years in a row where he went.
I would say the Chargers did it. Chargers put him in.
And then he put up 4,600 the year after the 4,700 yards. So
LT was a good running back, but as an ex-Chargers fan and who was a big Chargers fan at that time, LT wasn't the best of his days. But the team was so good that they scored so many touchdowns and allowed him to get in position to be successful. But I was always like a Steven Jackson or whoever else.
I like Sproles.
Steven Jackson was dope.
Faster and stronger, like other backs that
Steven
were
Jackson
around
with the
during
Rams
those
was
days.
badass.
They impressed me more than LT. LT could catch the ball too out of the backfield. So if your running back was in a PPR league during those days, LT was definitely probably the number one overall outside of
100%.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson. There was a lot of running backs that were,
Jamal
in
Charles.
my opinion, better than LT. Even though
Jamal
LT
Charles
had
was the guy back then too.
Jamal Charles, yeah, they're like skill wise, talent wise, LT just to me wasn't as good as some of the others. Great season.
I didn't start playing fantasy until 2013, but like I was already I gambled on football a lot, and that's kind of what got me into like getting into fantasy. But like I remember the duos back then, Freddie Jackson and CJ Spiller and
oh yeah.
Who was it? Matt Forte. I forget the other guy.
One of the earlier, I played in 2008, but Arian Foster for a few years was pretty damn good.
Yep. You know who was calling the play? You know who was there? It was Kubiak and Shanahan.
Yeah.
So that running back was gonna
Jamal
be the guy.
Charles.
With that KC team?
I got the back end of Terrell Davis's career. That was
the kid from the
nice
Jets.
too.
What was the kid from the Jets? He also he came. I think he even either went to or came from the Patriots. That one, Martin, Curtis Martin.
Oh, Curtis Martin.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Okay, that was before 2008.
Yeah.
Who else was in that era?
I think for me it was Arian Foster was the number one.
I mean, Frank Gore was always the shit around that era too. But yeah,
he was pretty good. He wasn't like
but for
amazing.
fantasy, it was Arian Foster and it was Adrian Peterson.
It was Arian Foster, fucking any of the Chiefs running backs, and then
Minnesota Den said Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, that was the Shanahan era in Atlanta.
It was so much the Shanahan era that we brought Tevin Coleman in as one of our first free agents when Shanahan became the head coach.
Yep, that was that year we went to the Super Bowl. The 2019 year, and Tevin Coleman, we had so much trust in him. He literally that year became the the honorary starter of every game, where he was out there, but then it was going to be Raheem Mostert that did most of the work. You know what I mean?
Hey, you on the clock too, Bo.
Oh, okay. Candlestick made his pick. All right, word. Let me go make my pick real quick. I know who I'm gonna take too.
Boy,
D'Angelo Williams.
Carolina.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Jay Stu. D'Angelo
LaShawn
Williams and
McCoy.
Jay
That's a
Stu.
good one, Albert. Yep.
Stewart out of Oregon. And JD. Boy, was
Michael Turner after we sent him to Atlanta. It's like he was running behind LT, although and that might have capped LT's ceiling because we had Michael Turner and LaDainian Tomlinson on those like mid 2000s teams, and both of them were getting a fair amount of carries. Obviously, LT was our RB1, but Michael Turner would sneak in a drive or two a game, and at times looked better. Like I was saying, it's like LT talent wise, sometimes didn't look like the best running back. Historically, though, his stats speak volumes, and he did have a long career and didn't get hurt too often. And he played for the Jets. That was cool. I actually saw that. I saw that fucking. That was the last playoff game I went. When the Chargers and Jets played each other, and LT beat the Chargers in San Diego. I was like, man, it's terrible. And at that time in his career, he wasn't the RB1 on that team, but it was like a running back by committee. They ended up giving him the hot hand in that playoff game, and he was running all over the Chargers. But the stadium was like conflicted. You could tell they were like, "Fuck, we're getting ran all over by the Jets, and motherfucking it's LaDainian Tomlinson. What the fuck?" Yep, Chris Ivory. That's the guy that Bogey was referring to. You know, Chris Ivory is a conundrum type of runner because he had some good seasons with the Saints, and then he goes to the Jets, and he has pretty good seasons. But I guess it's a case of volume. Was it? He was good, but system and volume. He was all right. He wasn't any like a LaShawn McCoy, Arian Foster, and Jamal Charles. Like those years when those three were the first running backs taken off the board. The years that they were. And then Le'Veon Bell. For a long time, Le'Veon Bell was like one of the running
Lev
backs.
Bell had put some sick numbers up, man.
He had like 5 straight years with Pittsburgh where it was just like Lev Bell was like RB1, RB2. Lev Bell. The fall off with Lev Bell is the fucking most confusing thing because he made it look so easy. It was so natural. He was like the most natural looking, like made being a running back look simple. But he goes to the Jets and gets paid, and I don't know. It just didn't.
That year too, though, so that also hurt him.
Yeah, you get hurt, not hurt you, but we've seen guys like Adrian Peterson get banged up, and they had like the volume and all that stuff to slow them down, but their talent was always pretty steady, even at the end of AP's career. They had to minimize the load. They couldn't keep him as a 3-down workhorse, but AP was a 3-down workhorse for most of his career. That's for sure. That guy was something special. Longevity. I think that's what makes LaDainian Tomlinson so great too. Is that he he had a very long career for a running back. That guy played years and years and years.
On a Peacock.
Come on, pick up.
Interesting. I think today's game right now, we've got Derrick Henry. We could throw Saquon in there. Saquon's been hurt a time or two. But Derrick Henry, he had a slow start to his career. It took him like 2 or 3 seasons to finally get that workhorse role. But once he had it, it's kind of been like game over. This guy's gonna be an RB1 for fantasy. See who else. It feels like Fred Jackson just retired. I know it's not a true story, but that's another guy that played forever. Fred Jackson, when he fucking retired, he was probably like mid-30s, 34, 35-year-old running back. And he was still carrying the rock with authority. Fred Jackson was always one of my favorite late-round running backs. Back in the days when there was no such thing as zero RB, you could sneak one through and then take a Fred Jackson pretty late and then end up with a pretty solid RB1 if you were smart enough. Because back in the day, our running backs were the guys. You didn't really like target wide receivers like you do now, you know? Fucking running back was the position to have. So if you could stack up with 3 or 4 stud running backs in the first 4 rounds, it wasn't like uncommon. Nowadays it's super uncommon because we know the volatility. They get hurt, but they definitely pay off when they hit, and you could kind of like understand the game enough to bank on some players and some teams to have one of the RB1s for your seasons. And top 12 running back now, like if you get the 12th ranked running back, that's probably equivalent to like a wide receiver 2 right now. That's like the game is a little bit different now.
Doc said 49ers got a good running back. Happy trails, buddy. Miami Fairbairn are the only players that Bill O'Brien here.
Hey, JD, your mic, it's cutting in and out, or it's like super quiet.
It's like super low.
Super low.
Yeah, there you go. You sounded straight there when you said super low.
Oh, you know what? I don't.
See, now you're cutting out there. Oh, it's because he's moving. Okay.
What about now?
Oh, there
perfect.
he is. The smooth, sultry sounds of JD.
You got the camera and the mic.
He stepped it up. Yeah.
My bad, y'all.
Now he been had the ill mics. Those were the ill mics, the ill camera. That was the joint we was using that one night, right? Or the Super Bowl.
We got the Crooked Commission to build it. Happy Friday, big bro. Top of the
Happy Friday, Crooked Commission. Hey, I think Lee was going back and forth with Brett. So we'll be one of these evening shows because he said he's free like after 5 p.m. I think he's Arizona time.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? We'll one of these evening shows. I mean, during the year, we're always doing we always do the watch parties.
Now,
watch parties or playmakers sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But we're definitely gonna have some evening joints, and we definitely got to collab with the Crook. I like what they're doing over there on their channel too, man. They're doing their thing.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, what do you mean going back and forth? Is he a Chargers hater too? I was like, nice. Chargers hater. But then you're like, oh, he's got a channel. Oh, all right, I got you.
Yeah, Brett.
my boy said he'll accept the invite for the 12th man in the league.
Oh yes, send it on over. We're drafting Sunday.
Let's go.
And hollering at Steamboat because him and Steamboat in a hoop league together.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about Wax?
Oh, hoop league?
Wax, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because Wax
Oh yeah,
Wags
yeah.
joined. He joined the
He-
other one. I mean, I
he-
think he initially joined,
He did, yeah.
but then it was
he dipped
free.
out when it was like
He was like, "Oh, this is free,"
it's. Oh no.
but now it's
He
money.
didn't want to get in it because it was a 16-teamer.
Oh, that's what it was.
And then I didn't realize that there were so many like kind of like not seasoned fantasy baseball players, and
wow.
they were kind of like, I don't know about the live auction draft. I'm like,
I know the
honestly,
boys that joined. They're all season. They play with them in about 6-7 leagues a year.
yeah. Well, I don't know why they would prefer a snake draft in the baseball. It's not like football, where in football there's only 4 positions. So they you got a wide range of people that can fill a position, right? In baseball, you got a catcher, a first baseman, a second baseman, a third baseman, a shortstop, left field, center field, right field, relief pitcher, starting pitcher. All of those positions need to get filled. So like it gets really intricate when you want to build up a good team, because I don't just make outfielders. I do the left field, center field, right field. I even insert a corner infield, middle infielder as like a flex position, but it's just like it's got to be a third base or a first baseman, and then the middle infielder, it's got to be a shortstop or a second baseman, and then I do 2 catchers, and then I do 1 utility spot, and then only 2 bench
So
pieces.
Bogart baseball dummy question. Utility spot. That's like someone.
That's like a flex.
That can be flex. That can
Okay.
be used anything. They
Yeah.
go first baseman.
And there
any
is some
position.
players that are multi-designated, right?
Yeah.
100%, yeah, because baseball, you got 8 fucking positions on the field if you're not a catcher. I mean, a pitcher, you know. So.
So if you have your pitcher in your pitcher spot, but he also
hits.
hits a fucking home run, you get that points too.
They don't do that anymore because it's a full-time DH.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Wow.
it basically.
Hey, wow. So that full-time DH shit is only about like 5 years old, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Lee,
And
long, right?
Ohtani is 2 different people. Ohtani is a batter, and Ohtani
Is a pitcher. So you have
So
to choose which
you
one.
can't have
But
them in
you can set up your league as a commissioner. You can set up your league to have Ohtani as
It's
just
both.
a pitcher and a hitter. And
Yeah.
but that's just like it. You need to have a live auction draft for that, because
because you want someone to spend all their money to get him, and not just the lucky person.
right, not the lucky
The
ass
lieutenant.
motherfucker who gets the first pick. Exactly.
I
hey,
get
Lee,
it.
I just sent you that email.
Okay.
There it is. Go ahead and send that invite. Shout out to Wax, man.
It's still gonna be fun, you know. I was going, I can't believe this. It's like, I guess I started off almost like in fantasy football. My very first league in fantasy football was a 2 QB IDP.
JD, I'll do it after the show because I have to do it on the.
So I was a savage from day one.
I have to do it via the.
Don't worry about it, Lee. Don't worry about it, Lee.
Okay.
We'll just wait till after.
And it wasn't even super flex. It was actual 2 QB where you had to start 2 QBs. It didn't have a super flex. But yeah, when I started playing baseball, it was with a bunch of people that are like actually in their 50s and 60s. Like they're 50, 60-year-olds now, but they've been playing fantasy football for like 25, 30 plus years.
You know what you can do? You could text him. You could text him the link. We don't even need the email these days with Yahoo.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes Yahoo be tripping with that shit. That shit.
oh,
don't-
word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Yahoo and Fantrax are the best baseball platforms.
Fantrax is badass.
Yeah, Fantrax is good for baseball.
Yeah. And like they're good for the. I've never played anything else on Fantrax but the playoff leagues. But I'm like, I would. That's the only place I'd play them because I've played them in other, like My Fantasy Life or whatever, FML or whatever. Oh no, MFL, FML. Let me fuck my life. That's how I felt when I was playing on that platform. I was like, man, this is just weak. Yes, do one for me. I haven't drank in hella days.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm lying. I think I drank like a week ago.
Oh shit, that's hella days.
Yeah, but still though, you know what I mean? Hella days is like 2 weeks.
I can't imagine. I don't even know the last time it's been since I have a week straight of drinks.
And then February,
I've done a day or
February I
two.
drank here and there, but I was like sick majority of February, which was crazy. So pretty. I guess by a force.
I mean, I wouldn't say I treat alcohol like you guys do with your medication, but man, I'm up there. I got to do at least a couple. That's one
You're
of the
also
first
the
things I
type that
do.
likes to have, like, you'll have a drink when you eat. You know what I mean? Like me,
Yeah.
I'll just drink and then have a drink and another drink and then like I'll eat when it's all done. You know what I mean? Like I've never been like my dad's that type too. He'll have a beer while he eats. I don't know.
I got drunk
I get
this
hella
weekend,
full when I
or last
eat.
weekend, I should say. I got actually drunk. I was like, cool, man. I haven't drunk like that in a long time.
What was that, JD?
Derek said, "Fuck my life is the platform my Cowboys play on."
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, man. Y'all signed Elijah Mitchell. Oh no, not Elijah Mitchell. Javonte Williams. Let's go.
They also signed Miles Sanders.
Sanders.
Oh, what? Stop!
Yes.
Don't stop now.
It was almost like they made a trade to give Rico away for Miles Sanders, and I've been
And
like,
then have a huge ass
why
community
wouldn't you
college.
just keep Rico?
I don't get that. And then Rico goes and gets he gets a look at the bag he got with Carolina. It wasn't shit.
It's mediocre. It's mediocre.
I mean, think about this. The head coach that took over was the OC last year. I don't know why you even don't just, unless they are, maybe this telegraphs that they for sure are going to draft somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know though. Miles Sanders, why?
I mean, once you go from Javonte and then now you pick up Sanders, this telegraphs you're going to draft somebody.
Draft another running back?
Yeah.
They bypassing that position in the first round.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm not saying they're gonna do it in the first round.
I know he gets a lot of hate and deservedly so, but historically, as a prospect, that motherfucker was one of the best running backs to come out of college.
Yeah,
like his peripherals was,
and then he translated immediately.
Where is he from? North Carolina?
I
think he went to North Carolina, and it was another running back came out at the same time as him. It was two running backs that came out of North Carolina at that at the same time.
He's doing the Googles.
He's a big guy that ran fast. He's like an
I mean, he
is like an Omarion.
I don't know much about him in college, but I will say in the NFL that first year he was up there and forced missed tackles.
There you go.
North Carolina. He had another running mate that came out that same year as him. Damn, why I can't think of that motherfucker right now, man. Please forgive me. But yeah, Javonte, and it was somebody else on his team, bro. Like how Kid has said, coming out prospect, he was one of them top dudes, bro. 100%.
Yeah, what was that? 2020? He was Javonte a 2020 kid? 2021. He was 2021, I think.
Yeah.
24. Yep. He was a 2000.
Oh, maybe it was Duke. Duke is in North Carolina, right?
He played for it. He was
it was at Chapel Hill.
Yeah, he was a Tar Heel.
Yeah.
But he had a running mate that Michael Carter. There we go, right there.
I was gonna say Michael Carter.
Come on, man. Him and Michael Carter came out the same year and they played on the same team. On everything.
Yeah, and they both were forced missed tackle motherfuckers.
Albert.
What up, Albert?
Peacock said, I stayed away from Javonte. He was too hype. Ended up with some picks that worked out long term. Shout out Albert. Always.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 5'10", 220 and runs pretty fast. I mean, after his injury.
Well, okay. How about this? I would say, and this is my Javonte take here, is that once he got to the league, he hasn't been in a system that suited him because, I mean, for what we saw, he's been in mostly like a zone run scheme. He's not doing well. He doesn't break. He's not a one-cut runner, even though you think he should be with that speed, right? But down there in Dallas, they're a gap scheme. They're a power gap scheme. So maybe we'll see some 10-yard, 15-yard gashes out of Javonte because that's something we rarely saw out of him.
Yeah.
But he's also got decent hands. So like that was the allure of Javonte being a 3-down back because even the game, the first 2 weeks before he tore his ACL, the first 2 games with Nathaniel Hackett, they were throwing him the ball. He had a game, he had like 9 targets. He ends up tearing his ACL, and that was, and then obviously the following year with Russ again, it was ass, which was what, last year? No, the 2 years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah, and then last year he was just, this is year 2 with Sean Payton. And it was his last year on his contract where you think, okay, maybe we'll give him some run here, but they draft Estime, and then they had McLaughlin on, who was another Sean Payton guy. You know what I mean? And they just rotated all of them. So, maybe here he's going to get a full workload, and barring any injury, and the system that he's going to play in, he's probably better. But is he going to be the guy? Because it's not going to be Miles Sanders for sure. Miles Sanders ain't winning that job. But if they draft somebody, that guy eventually will be the guy that takes the job, if you ask me, whoever that guy may be.
Yeah.
T-Law came out with that year 2.
Yeah.
Who?
With
T-Law?
Javante and them. T-Law, was that same year Javante and them?
Yeah. Yeah, and then Travis Etienne was him and Najee were the first round running backs that year.
Was it T-Law, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields?
It was that whole game.
year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Yep.
They're gonna bring the Dallas is bringing Kerryon Johnson back.
Oh, word.
No.
Oh no!
Hey, you know what's sad? Kerryon Johnson, he had injuries all throughout college, then the NFL. It's like, we should have saw that one coming.
Cox said they gonna bring Zeke back.
Oh, see, now you're talking.
They overpaid last season for that guy.
Oh my!
They gave that guy way too much money.
Hey, I'm so happy they brought in Zeke, because there was a large amount of people out there that was like, yeah, Zeke
Yeah, they were
back.
all about it,
And
right?
then pushed Rico all the way down.
That's
We're like,
right.
yes, because
Zeke
we
was
were
going
on
way
Rico.
ahead of Rico. I was like, I don't
We
know
were all
what
over
guys Zeke
Rico,
is going
man.
on there, but Zeke is I know he's only 29, but he's got a lot of miles, and we haven't seen him run hard for a long time.
A lot of mileage, and that line, he didn't age well with that line.
Do we have
While that line got older.
Do you think any of these 2 Ohio State running backs is going to be as good as Zeke?
One of them's going to end up.
We got two good running backs this year.
One of them's going to end up in Vegas, bro. Like Chip Kelly's going to get one of his guys.
That would be nasty.
Yeah, because I got them taking Macmillan in the first round. They're going to go and get a number 1. Then they'll get their running back later.
It depends. I don't know. I could see my Jets. If the Raiders don't go Macmillan, I could see them taking him right there.
Yeah, and then the Raiders are being tied to Genty too, so it's like, I could really see that actually. I just,
that'd be so nice for fucking Justin Fields to have this like the wingspan tall receiver to
where you can, because I am of the mindset that Justin Fields, he has a big arm, but it's not the most accurate down the field.
Right. Yeah. If we could, and
you get that wingspan motherfucker, he gonna get.
I've seen those highlight reels of Tet, and it's just he catches the ball with his hands. It's really impressive how he can just get out there and grab the ball out of the air.
I saw a joint where he caught the ball like this.
Take it away from the defender, fucking one-handed, like over the head, just really uses his hands very well. I think he's going to be a pretty good wide receiver in the NFL.
I can't wait. I love the speculation. That's part of the fun, right? But man, when these landing spots happen after the draft, and you know what I mean? Because then you get to play on people's perspective on landing spots. You know what I mean? Some people might be like, "Oh man, Genty with the Raiders."
Well, last year the big winner was J.J. McCarthy in drafts, because when he went to the Minnesota Vikings before his injury early on,
he had all the weaponry.
He was going before Drake Mays and stuff. So, good on the
in every single one of these starters, he went in the 6th round.
Yeah, Zeke. Yeah, that's true. Zeke didn't have the most consistent career. It was just kind of like a fall off from the year before.
He went on.
all the way.
He existed as long as that line did. Because remember, that line produced DeMarco Murray's almost 2,000. Then the following year, without DeMarco Murray, it was a down year for them. This is how they got the 4th pick overall. But that year, they put Run DMC behind that line. He put up with the Wow. He's Run DMC. He was like he was.
Darren McFadden was no.
But he was in the twilight of his career, though, is what I'm saying at this point.
Yeah, he was.
Then the following year, they draft Zeke, and he hits the ground running because that line was fucking awesome. And while that line was together and healthy for like 5 years, he was dominant. The moment they all started falling apart, he did too, because you needed him to pass pro a lot more now too.
Yeah.
And then
he was pretty good at that.
They kind of started to see the fall off. They brought in Tony Pasta. You know what I mean? And Tony Pasta got in the mix, started taking away from Zeke in the passing game. So now we those last few years with Zeke, we had to depend on the touchdowns because his yards per carry were down. His breakaway runs were down. And that was all due to the offensive line. Just getting older and injured.
If the Jets take Tyler Warren, I think that's a consolation prize. I'm not on the.
You're going to be running the same system that just produced.
I'm not on the same train as a lot of people are with Warren, as him being a generational talent.
He's just the best out of this class.
Loveland is a nice receiver, and then if we could say, okay, yeah, we need a receiver and we want him young, we can get the what's his name, Kiffin, or the guy that actually had the on paper the best production through the air in terms of availability. I think he got injured. But he was on
per game basis.
Lane or
my cousin.
He's I can't remember what school where he's from. Let me see, Titan prospects. I'll bring it up right here, and this is a I've been kind of Fannin. What? The
Samsonite
Harold Fannin out of what the fuck college is this? This it's not like a big ass school. Bowling Green. Okay.
Bowling Green, Michigan.
I've been bowling too. So this
Bowling
is
Green, Mississippi.
I'm a part of Gang Green, and I've been bowling every weekend for the last couple months, and I've been getting progressively better, learning how to do this thing. And I'm almost down to the point where it's I want to get my own ball so I can get fitted to it, and really get some nice.
Yeah, because you're tired of your lady kicking your ass in bowling. I'm sure.
No. She can't. She can't beat me anymore.
Ooh.
That first date when she fucking whipped my ass, I was like, "What? I can't lose to a woman like this."
When me and my lady first started seeing each other back in the days, we used to wager BJs all the time. That's how you do it, man. And we're competing in everything.
Yeah, man.
You're giving good ideas.
I'm down. I'm gonna suggest that the next time. I'm like, hey,
you know what I mean?
So it's never an issue for you to get it, but let's just do it for
fun.
fun.
We're about to start wagering it now.
We're
putting some value on this.
Let's put some stakes on this thing.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, bowling is fun. I used to do it a lot when I was a kid because it was treat. It was super. It felt free because
you get to throw.
They have these junior leagues.
10.
You get the junior leagues, right? You're 10, 12 years old, and then you pay $15, and every month you get to go in there for free, anytime before 3 or whatever, and just bowl. So we used to do that, and
yeah, back in the days when we was right out of high school, that was the heavy bowling era, where we would just go to the bowling alley. We had the homie that worked there, so it was it was, man, we used to steal bowling every week. We used to get faded, bring our 40s in there. There was still the 40-ounce days. Yeah, I mean, maybe
How you
maybe
get
we'll have
how you
bottles
get the
'cause we
lane
still
on?
did.
Because they work there. You just go over and be like, "Yo, we're pulling up on
Yeah, they just
42."
give us a lane, and then we just rocking.
Hey, what kind of was you drinking, Brody?
What's that? Oh
Back in
yeah,
the days, it was Mickey's.
Mickey.
the Steel
I drank
Reserve.
the Hornet. I was
Steel
all about
Reserve,
the Hornet,
the
bro.
211s. That was me and the whole gang. That was our shit.
Oh,
That was
y'all
it.
211s?
The 211s.
Oh shit.
Very disgusting, but
Steel
you
Reserve?
get faded, bro.
Yeah.
Eric said he was-
Faded.
That
That's
is-
like I used to never be able to. I was always a little cat, but I could put it away. But like I'd drink a 40 or 211, then I'd follow it with a King Cobra 40, because like I can never do two 211s, 40s, and I'd be turned.
That's a
And a
lot.
40 would take like an hour and some change, maybe. You just kicking it,
Nah.
man. You were balling and shit.
Shit, we fucking put them things down.
See, that was me. I'll be cool on a 40 for like an hour or so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Especially for taking some shots here and there. You know what I mean?
Yo, as soon as we had a bottle, but I don't know. Like we were just like we would just.
And we used to drink a lot of. We drink on the good
Steel
nights.
Reserve.
On the good nights, we had Hennessy.
I fucked with the Steel Reserve, the 211.
Hey, listen,
You
though,
call it
once
the
you start
211, but
getting
down here
real
we
money,
call it the Steel Reserve.
hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause see, the Steel Reserves, we'll go buy a whole case, be like, boom, or a whole thing of tall cans, everybody's straight. That'd be like $20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, but see, once we start getting money for real, then we was drinking privileged Hennessy, like, cause that was Mac Dre raised us right. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I was
then,
always
like,
stealing my liquor.
yeah, and I never even done. Once I got to the privilege,
I was going into the grocery store. That place did not have cameras back in the day, so I just
hell
go
yeah,
in
we was
there and
stealing
fucking
shit
stuff
when we
them
was
down
young.
in the fucking waistband. Like
so many VSOP bottles.
My uncle was a booster, right? And all he did was just going in with his backpack. He was the bottle man when we was kids, 100%.
Hell yeah.
What you want?
Alcohol was the easiest thing
My
to
dad.
back in the days.
My dad to buy the bottle, so every
Bruh.
time.
Yeah,
You know
real
what was
shit.
hard was sometimes the good herb was what was the thing.
Yeah,
you
that
had
was
to
what
call.
cost back in the day.
You had to make a call for the good herb, but
I mean, I was the tree
alcohol,
guy,
that's
so
right
like,
before. We just go walk.
man, we always had some, bro.
That shit.
Never mind. But you
Yeah.
already, the swap was in. The swap was in for sure.
Yeah, the swap meet, read between the lines.
Minnesota Den said, "Oh, English, Mickey St. Ides."
I wasn't an oldie guy. I mean, I would sacrifice.
I did the St. Ides when I was
uh,
like 15. Like before I got to 211s, I used to do the St. Ides over the Mickey.
The OE.
And anything that had ice on it, I was not fucking with. I was like, nah.
I mean, the St. Ides for me was because I was still working
King
my way up.
Cobra. That shit was fucking hard too. I was like,
Hey, King Cobra was like drinking Budweiser. It's made from Anheuser-Busch.
I don't
It's
know,
just
man.
that-
It just made me it gave shit, I always felt hungover.
The King Cobra was
there's certain
awesome
things
because it
that
was
I
the
knew
melee
that
weapon
tear me
after.
up to the point where like I would wake up not feeling good.
Hey, the
Mickey's
King
was
Cobra
not
was a
one of
melee
them.
weapon.
He was a fool for that one.
It was the only one that had a
I could
handle
drink-
on it.
I could drink the Mickey's malt liquor all night and wake up and then go golf or do whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, I've had some grenade nights where you know what I mean? The Mickey, we had the little case of them, the little grenades.
Oh, the grenades are
Glass,
those are the
glass bottles.
that's the high class version.
That's the
Oh,
high.
so those are stronger than regular Mickey?
That's the high class version.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was boosted.
You had to go to the actual liquor store to get the fucking grenade.
Mickey's Ice used to get you fucked up. You had regulars Mickey's, and then you had the Mickey Ice.
Yeah, I ain't doing the ices.
Blood Ice. Oh, that was Peacock that said
See,
Blood Ice.
I
Blood
did,
ice.
I did
yeah.
a lot of trial and error and then
What is
but everybody
what is
drank
that?
211s. Like everybody and their mama drank 211s. So like I just got accustomed to drinking 211. Plus that shit'll get you fucked up. It was $1.99 for a 40.
Crooks said it
Be
was
like-
OE and Mickey's for him. Thanks a lot. Said High Life were 22.
The 22s.
I
Okay.
had to drink 100 of those to ever get tore up. The
you-
Green Hornet though, yeah,
case
for sure.
and 240 ounces of Green Hornets. High school was stupid. Hey man, high school, man, we was in that motherfucker off Thunderbird. What else?
Oh shit.
Boone's Farms, man. We was in that motherfucker stealing all the gas station alcohol on every.
Yeah, the Boone's Farms. I remember Cisco.
We used to get the
had-
Smirnoff Ice, not the Smirnoff Ice.
We used to drink the Smirnoff Ice as chasers with like
because the bitches
cardio
liked
and
it.
shit like
So we
that.
used to get the Smirnoff Ice for the bitches because they wanted a little flavor going.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
It's a soda. It's
they-
essentially a soda that gives you a headache.
Yeah.
But like we would use that as a chaser
Colt
sometimes.
45s, yeah, those are all right. I like
He
that.
said Colt 45. He went, that's some
45s.
OG malt liquor right there.
Slits. I think that's
Yeah, Slits malt liquor. What about 8 Ball? Y'all remember 8 Ball?
Yeah. Oh my
8
God.
Ball or what's the other one? Night Train?
Night Train. Well, you could put Kool-Aid in your Night Train. You could put Kool-Aid in your Thunderbird
Yeah,
too.
my old, so I grew up, I got cousins that predominantly they're all bloods. But I had my one cousin Junebug. He was the one off. He ran with the Crips, you know, because that was the hood he grew up in. All his homies they grew up with, they're SJ double C, right? And they were pretty reputable, right? But like they used to drink Crip juice. So it was fucking Night Train, you drink half of it, then you pour the 8 Ball on it. And then you turn it upside down and you see the fucking 8 Ball rise up in that shit. Crip juice, cuz. I'm like, all right. That was when I was a weed type.
Crooked said y'all drink that red shit, Red Dog, Red Wolf.
I don't hit that.
The
That
Red
shit
Dog
not
Mad 20. The
I've
Mad
never
20.
took one of those in a long time.
I said, bro, I drank 8 of the THC drinks last weekend. I'm gonna go pick up some more this weekend. So last weekend when we was rapping about that shit, my cousin, she going through chemo and shit, right? So I took her to go get some of them juices, man. That motherfucker looked like she smoked a pound of weed, big bro, just off the juices, and she want to get like a 6-pack of that shit. No lie, bro. Only thing is the cannabis store hitting her for $12 a bottle, though, bro.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That shit had her feeling good. She love that shit, big bro. That shit doing for a motherfucking ass. Oh my mama, love you, cousin Kia, if you watching, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cuzzo.
My mama.
We pray for you.
Hey, we got 100%, big bro. A real nigga shit, man. We got Ron in the building. Top of the morning, Ron.
What's up, Ron?
That's-
Dirty Birds, stand up.
Pool hall, all right, yeah.
At the pool.
Oh, pool halls back in the days?
That's another game I whooped her up on. She didn't know how good I was at pool, so I got 2 pool tables here. She wanted to, get down at the pool. You know what? She whooped my ass at Connect 4. I can't tell you why. Can't beat her at Connect 4. That's the childish game,
pool
right?
table in
Like,
Vegas?
how the fuck am I not winning at
We
this
do have
game?
a pool table
I
in
mean,
our
Oh,
spot.
hell yeah.
Okay, bowling, I got you. Billiards, I got you. Connect 4, I cannot even win a single game. I'm like making the wrongest decisions every single time. I'm going like, oh,
Hey,
fuck.
you know what
I
you
just
gotta
set
play?
her up. I
You
didn't
gotta
even
play
see that.
13
She's
against
like,
her.
I win. I'm like, fuck.
At Costco, they got the real life size Connect 4. You can buy that motherfucker.
Yep,
Okay,
that's the
I
one
might
that
need
we've been
that.
playing on. Yep.
I might need that.
Yep.
Like at the bars and all the little, nice hangout spots they be having them motherfuckers.
Yeah, where we could be like we're in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh my mama.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that.
hey, you should play 13 against her, bro. That's it, or otherwise known as Russian poker, but it's Vietnamese poker. That's the shit. That was my shit growing up because I grew up around hella Vietnamese.
Off-brand beer bracket for March Madness.
Okay.
That'd be a
Yeah,
nice.
because we are planning to do some bracketology
I
joints.
do like craft brew, the craft brews. Actually, I'm going to a beer fest on Saturday.
Oh wow.
They got 50 different vendors. I'm gonna be walking around for like 4 hours before a stupid soccer game. I'm like, I don't even like soccer, but
You're going for the
4
beer
hours
fest.
of drinking beer.
You go
Hey,
to
you need to get one of them hats that holds the beer cans like that. You feel me?
Well, I don't know what kind of sizes I get when I go to the booths or whatever, but they got like 50 different little setups.
See, that's my thing. Is like we were supposed to go to Napa this weekend, and anytime we go to Napa, I love going to Napa because we're getting faded. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you do the wine tasting or whatever, but we got bottles and shit. We're buying wine. You know what I mean? But like, I never could tell you if this wine is good or not because I'm already faded off
I
tequila.
was not
you
a
know what I
Zima
mean?
drinker.
Zima.
Who the fuck would think I was a Zima drinker? I did.
Mom.
I drank
Maybe
Mickey.
the hair. They think
I
you're
drank
soft.
Mickey's,
This
and
guy
then
would drink all of
I
us
drank
under the
Rolling
table.
Rock. So when it came to the budget, like the budget beer, I was all about the Rolling Rock. The Rolling Rock, for whatever reason, I thought tasted pretty good.
Yeah, my dad was a natural ice drinker. If he wasn't drinking Budweiser, his thing would go to the natural ice because it was cheaper.
I started off as my choice beer. Like when I wasn't drinking a 40, it was always Heineken because we just had that at the crib all the time.
Mine was Corona when I first started.
Yeah, and then but at the family parties, we always drank Bud Lights, and there would be Bud Lights, Heinekens, and then regular Budweisers. And so like when in my family, when you're 18, they let you drink. You know what I mean? So boom, I just got accustomed to Bud Lights, Heinekens, fucking. Yeah, maybe sometimes we have some silver bullets. You know what I mean? Some Coors Light.
MT 2020. Oh my mama.
Hey, that Mad Dog had some bad episodes. I had 2 bad episodes, and that was it.
When I was a kid, big bro, and we used to, walk through the community and all that. So the base heads, that's what they used to keep in their motherfucking hand, and they'll have the same big bottle for like 3 days in a row because they'll just sip on motherfucking. But that motherfucking MD 2020, bro, and that Cisco was nastier than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my mama.
Yes, Cisco was like See, Mad Dog was nasty though. Like Cisco was decent.
Cisco
like they had the peach.
Horrible. That shit too sweet.
It was disgusting. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my mama! All the motherfucking bass heads back in the day was for that one.
Like I remember even the first times we started going to the bar, right? Like now we all got fake IDs or the brothers' IDs or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So we're in this thing, boom. And then the first thing I was like, all right, I heard liquid cocaine was the shit, right? So I'm like, and which is like peppermint schnapps, Hennessy, and it's a bunch of shit. And then
I never heard of that one.
Then they give you like a Coke back. But they used to say, like everybody used to say this, you can only have 3 of them, bro, and you'd be turned. So we'd be in there just drinking a shitload of them. And I just remember being wasted every time. Then I realized like, oh, okay. There's all kind of shit at the bar.
Yeah, that's what they used to say.
You know what I mean? I'm like, because then before that, if it wasn't one of them, I would get a Long Island iced tea because I didn't know what to get.
Drink.
But the Long Island have me turned. I was like, oh, Long Island is cool.
I remember the first bar drinks that I was doing when I was 21, legal going in there was the 7-7. I did the 7-Up and the Seagram 7. I was like, I could drink that all night, get tore up, feel all right. Go home, do the after party. After parties were filled with Keystone Lights, Natural Lights, all the beer pong beers that you could just kind of
was the beer pong era.
Stock up. Yeah, beer pong was the shit. That was what we were doing.
Yeah, we had they had bars where they would have tables that you had to rent like hourly and shit. And
we had the competition table. It was like the beer, like I don't know if you remember, but
it was the regulation size, official competition style.
Yep.
What about the extra dry gin? The shit with the teenage LOL,
I could do the gin.
High Life, and 32 ounce or Miller.
I wasn't a Tanqueray fan. I was more of the fucking blue bottle, the fucking Sapphire.
the Bombay Sapphire.
Sapphire was the shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they came in the little bottles like that. They had some big bottles, but I used to steal those. The fucking I had a couple Bombay nights. I liked the gin growing up.
Yeah,
it was cool. You know what I mean? It's like Christmas. It's like tasting Christmas.
They said that you sound like a hustler, bro, because you in the pool hall.
I mean,
I'll show him how to hustle when he's in Vegas.
Last time someone played me in pool in Vegas, they were.
Hey, we got a pool table at the Vegas.
It's on, man.
At the mansion, bro. I was at the pool table, just like nonchalant. People would be playing. I'd walk up and just like clear the table. Be like, they were like, oh. What the fuck? I can play. I've been playing for a long time. I don't play regularly or competitively, but I know my way around.
That's what's up.
I used to be good at shooting pool.
I'm trying.
I grew up
I'm
with a
trying
pool
to
table.
get better at
I ain't played
bowling
in
right
hella
now. That's
long.
what that's really what I'm interested in. I'm pretty damn good fucking golfer. Not gonna lie.
I used to bowl. I used to
I could
bowl
play
big
some
balls
golf.
when I was a
Big
kid.
bro.
But
Pause.
bowling, I'm not that great. I'm just trying to get better. I want to get to like a 200. Like I've done 200 in my entire life, but
Hey,
I
kiddo,
haven't
you like
touched
big
it. I
balls or
haven't
small
sniffed
balls?
200.
Pause.
Pause.
I
And
said balls.
Yeah, I had to just make sure we had
Yeah,
we
pause.
on that one, bro. We was straight. My bad.
He's asking you if you like big balls or small balls.
It's the
Oh.
Pause.
Handle pins or the large.
ask him, is it a 15? Is it a 17? What's up?
no, I ain't going that heavy. I got my best. I like right now. I get my best rolls with the 14.
Yeah, I like checking the 12.
But I could drop it down to a 12. Like if you
He's
want to give me
carrying
a
his large
12,
sack.
I'm getting my arm this high and I'm launching the motherfucker.
If I'm curving the ball,
I'm
it's
getting
gotta
like
be a 14.
25 plus
Gotta be a
on
heavier
that thing.
Hey, Minnesota Den said he want to play you in Battleship, big bro.
Battleship, I haven't played that game forever.
I haven't played that
I
in
got
B12,
35 years, maybe more.
B11 hit.
How much money we putting on it?
Rolling Rock is pretty good. See, I'm not the only one who agrees. There you go. It's a cheap beer. It tastes pretty good. It's not like a clear. It doesn't go down like a Miller Lite or something that's just like your average American beer. There's something about the Rolling Rock that
I don't know. It was.
it's a little
And
bit
then
better.
what?
So Minnesota Den said we have a cheap beer in Minnesota called Special Export. It was a malt liquor and it's cheap in a green can. Our shit was Crazy Horse. So my dad used to drink Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse. Oh yeah, I know
That
Crazy.
will get you
Yeah.
fucked up 100%.
Hey, you remember Ford Locos? There's a
Oh,
little.
yeah, Forlo, yeah.
I don't fuck with them.
98 cent 40. They had a 98 cent 40 ounce and it was called fuck, bro.
The dollar.
Yeah, it was $1.40, bro. Oh my mom, I forgot the name of it, bro. Oh my goodness, that's gonna drive me crazy.
Probably some ice.
That motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Walk into the store, they had that bitch in the in the circle of ice thing right there, bro. Oh my mama. You buy a 40 for $1, bro. No lie. That shit gonna come to me in a minute. Cricket said, right now I'm hooked on this AZ beer called Big Blue Van. It's a wheat beer like Blue Moon, but has a slightly blueberry flavor. Okay.
Okay, word.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went through a blue moon phase. Like I remember the blue moons and Newcastle. Remember Newcastle?
Oh, Newcastle was my
Was
thing.
delicious.
for a
That
long
was the
time.
delicious.
Yes.
Heffenweiser. Remember? Did you ever fuck with the Heffs? Squeeze a little lemon in it, like, because those were the
Orange.
ones where they would say squeeze a lemon in it or squeeze an orange peel or,
Yeah.
or put a fucking orange peel in it or something like. they
Yeah,
would
the
be like,
shock
yo.
top is the shock top is like
Oh, I
Budweiser.
used to drink shot top.
Okay, I remember Shock Top.
I love their
Yeah, I remember I
uh,
had a Shock Top. I had a Hawaii trip where it was all poke and Shock Tops, and then I'll always remember it now.
Last
Every
drink.
time
Last week I was drinking the Big Wave, the Kona Big Wave.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I had an 808 face.
yellow top. I think it got the yellow top.
You ever fuck with the
808
808?
is good. Yep.
Oh yeah, 808 is from SoCal, ain't they?
Yep.
Yep, but
Yeah,
it
like,
steady became like a popular beer in
Bakersfield.
Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like,
808
I remember the
came
first
from
time I
Hawaii?
had an 808, I was in Hawaii. I'm like, okay. But I didn't, yeah, the SoCal, a lot of shit coming. I mean, they got the big breweries down there.
Oh, Bo.
Sierra Nevada.
This one,
Yep.
yeah, this one
That's the original. That's the original.
Bo.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go
I just
Sierra
got
Nevada.
Hey, that Sierra Nevada had me to turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, shit, we put away, we had a 6-pack each.
Yeah, we
And then,
did.
like, we were working on number 7. Oh, no, we drank number 7 each because we had 3 6-packs. So then like, we're on beer 8 each. And we're still doing that Super Bowl. It was all in that Super Bowl show.
Right.
But, bro, I was fan. Then we got off, and I was like, hey, big bro, I don't think I can finish this one. I had just opened it. And he was like, feel my beer. We were just babysitting.
Full of
And
them
he was
motherfuckers.
super turned.
Oh, every
I
time.
was like, damn, I ain't been this drunk off of beer in hella long. I mean, I don't drink IPAs like that, but
IPA guy, bro.
when I do, I get fucked up.
When I come to Vegas, bro, I'm gonna have the left eye, right eye, which is the 9%. And
Okay.
the orange can that y'all see me drinking all the time, that's the 7%. I'm coming with 224s of both of them motherfuckers, bro.
Let's go.
So my guys can drink or they can taste what the fuck I be drinking. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
The world of Guccini.
Come on now. Oh, everything.
Let's go.
Oh, everything, bro.
Yeah, maybe I gotta take advantage of the Southwest because them bags don't fly. The bags fly free
My bad,
right now. There's like a date when it's gonna go in action. But if you get your tickets now and you want to fly Southwest, you can do your
I could,
bag
because
fly
a bag
free.
is what, $75 usually.
It could be sometimes it's more. I think with Spirit Air, I want to say it was like $80 per
Yeah,
bag.
see, that's what I'm saying, right? So, like, because I used to always fly Southwest about $75, but here's the thing: it's like if you book now and you factor in the price, like, oh, it's a little expensive now, but it's like still you're gonna pay an extra 75 if you want to check in. Because here's my thing, bringing in a bunch of tree is fine, it's legal. I still feel more comfortable just checking in and everything. You know what I mean? But,
bringing on the
when times is tough, I'm just carrying that shit with me. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
It's legal. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And legally, you can have a QP, so I'll be having a QP. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. See, I didn't know what the weight was, but that's a grip of weed.
Minnesota Den said Tech 9 turned me on to Mario Lou.
Caribou.
Okay. Caribou Lou, and that shit fucks you up. It's Jaeger, Rumpelmints, and
They don't.
151.
You can't even get that 151 anymore.
Oh, they outlawed that shit. It's too strong. That shooter was a birthday shot. Damn. Yeah, no one stepped up to play ping pong. I will school you at ping pong. Okay.
Probably not good at that one. Yeah, the Texas Hold'em poker game. Oh shit, Song's coming to Vegas? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
I bowled one game a week ago or so and only hit 120. But yeah, it's fun to bowl for sure. My arm was, I think I got at me at the most, and then my shit just goes out, bro. I ain't going.
My best was like a 208, 218. I can't remember one of those fucking things. Ironically, it was like around my 21st birthday, and it was the first time I ever bowled like legally, being able to drink it. And I was 3 pitchers in. Like we all got pitchers for ourselves, and I was the 3rd pitcher in on this. And then I figured out what board to fucking throw the ball at, and I was just knocking them down. And like I had probably only 2 frames out of that set that I didn't knock them all down. So I was getting strikes and spares, and all of a sudden I end up fucking with like a 208. I was like 218. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I was like, you Peacock, I'm like 120. Hell yeah, that's cool. I can feel good about a 120. And all of a sudden I bowled a 218, 208, whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like scratching my head going like, the hell's going on here? This shit is wild. Felt like Fred Flintstone, like pow. It's like knocking them all down. It was tight.
Oh, everything. Peacock said he played Battleship. I play Battleship like once a month with my kids.
See.
Oh, everything.
I got one kid and she's in El Paso and 16 years old. I'm like, they ain't playing no Battleship. High Life or PBR over Rolling Rock? I can't argue with that. I like PBR. The High Life is the Rolling Rock does have a little skunk to it. See, I don't drink Rolling Rock anymore, but it was just one of those beers that you could get a hold of. Like if you walked into the right place that didn't ID, and you only had to drop like $11 for, I don't know, I think it was like $8.99 back in the day, like $7.99, $8.99 for a 12-pack. We were happy about that, we take our lunch money and fucking buy beer with it.
Facts.
Yeah. There were some places that didn't ID. It's just walk right in and be like, "Yo, I want this."
Oh, every
Hey,
day.
JD, you want some news?
Talk about it, big. You want me to run the thing?
You can if you want to. I got some stuff. I was just letting you guys chit chat.
Yeah, hey, and man, oh my mama, my bad. Big bro.
It's all good.
Oh, y'all.
Alrighty. While they have not been officially told yet, but the Giants believe that they're out of the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
They
did
have begun to shift their attention to Russell Wilson.
Not very exciting. But the Giants weren't going nowhere either. Whether
And
they
for
had
those-
Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
And for those who want to pick up a Marvin Harrison Jr. shirt at Fanatics, they now can. Because the Harrison Jr. they settled their differences. Fanatics and Marvin Harrison Jr. I guess they settled it in court or something like that, or payday, that he can now sell his jerseys online.
I bet you Fanatics won.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
This guy isn't even the best in his
It had
class.
something to do with his father, I guess. Something with the name right or whatever, something like that. And the teams now that are in on Cooper Cup, it's down to 3. It's the Patriots, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks. Pause.
Top of the morning, Papa Guru.
So
Hello,
Guru.
Papa Guru, what's up? We'll see you Sunday. Yeah. And Russell Wilson's going to visit. He visited the Browns yesterday, and he's with the Giants today. And Aaron Rodgers says he wants to play 2 more years.
Oh shit.
Jamison
What
Winston.
on Pat McAfee?
Well, who knows?
I'm just playing, big bro. I was just
who
playing.
knows?
McAfee is his people's, ain't it?
Yeah, that is his peeps, right? That's his it almost like that's his calling. Jamison Winston and Joe Flacco are the possible backup plans for the Giants.
Yeah, the wifey want to go to Vegas with song, but he's trying to go by himself. You know, that's what I told mine. I was like, at a certain point in the conversation, it was like all these women were going. So I was like, hey, I don't know. Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of females going. Would you be down? And she was like, yeah. But as soon as the talk like shifted to like, no, let's try and like not have this be like a date night or date weekend or whatever fuck with our significant others. I was like, probably not. And she was super down with it. Hopefully your interaction will be as smooth as mine, but yeah, let her go do something. Like mine is going to Japan in a few weeks. She can be gone for 2 weeks in Japan, and I ain't going. You know, figure it out.
Mike
How long is
Vrabel
that
came
flight,
out.
big bro? How long is that flight?
To Japan?
Japan's a
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
That's a long. That's like going to Australia sometimes.
You land in
Get a layover.
Hawaii, and then from Hawaii you go back across, and then you get there. Altogether, it's probably like
I think it's 16 hours. I think. It's long.
Damn.
it is long.
It is a long.
Last time I was in Japan, I was in the military, so it was like I had to go to Hickam in Hawaii for a night, get back on the plane, fly to Guam, refuel in Guam, go to the base in Okinawa. Can't remember the fucking name of the base in Okinawa. And then from Okinawa, I went to Yokota, which is in Tokyo. So I was on the plane for a long time. But for her, I think she's going to Hawaii and then going straight across to Tokyo from Hawaii.
Wow.
It is a long time though.
It's a long flight. It is a long flight.
Yeah.
Is Japan's time zone kind of like how Hawaii's is, and they're behind us? Pause.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's way behind us. I
It's
think
way
it's like
behind us,
half day. I think it's like a half day behind us.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's far. All that stuff. I don't even remember. It's been a minute since I've been down there.
It's 2:12 a.m. in Japan.
Damn.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's
So
Friday though.
So that'd be
It's
8 hours
for me.
difference from
It's plus
East.
14 hours.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's 8 hours from us. Yep.
That's crazy.
And
Oh, it's 4 in the morning.
Yeah, well, it's 4 in the
two
morning in
2 in the
Australia,
morning.
and in there it's 2 in the morning. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Australia's 16 and Japan's 14.
If you gutter twice, it's a round of shots.
That's like at the draft. If you call the wrong name or if you say a player's name out loud and he hasn't been drafted, you got to take a shot. If you only get 2 minutes on the clock, you got to take a shot if your 2 minutes is over with. On my mama.
That could be strategic. If you know you're a better drinker than everybody, you're like, oh, all right, let's go ahead and get these motherfuckers turned.
Well,
100%.
the Chiefs signed their 2 quarterbacks, Gardner Minshew to a 1-year deal, and they also signed Bailey Zappi to a 1-year deal.
Who's that?
The Chiefs signed
Oh.
Gardner Minshew and Bailey Zappi both to 1-year deals.
They're
Where's
definitely
Carson Wentz at?
they're definitely chasing that ring.
Where's
Carson
Carson Wentz? They don't got Carson Wentz
He's
no
like,
more?
God
Well,
damn it, I
he's
just left
probably
the
gone
Eagles.
bye-bye.
I just left the Eagles and they beat the fucking Kansas City Chiefs.
And the Eagles just signed Dory Jackson to a 1-year deal.
Dakari,
cornerback.
Cornerback.
From USC.
Yeah, and then we touched about Miles Sanders signs with the Cowboys. And the Eagles are keeping an eye out on Bengals' situation with All-Pro edge Trey Hendrickson. And DK
Old
Metcalf's
style
going to
in
wear
Chicago.
yeah, and DK
Yeah.
Metcalf's going to wear number 4 in Pittsburgh.
Being a Chicago guy, I'll go with an old
The
style
old style,
beard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could have got an MHJ shirt on my website since last season with a Kyler cameo. Back in 1985, I was the best bowlers in Baton Rouge area. I averaged around 200 and bowled a 300 and 764 3-game series.
Yeah.
Shout out to Papa Guru.
Anything over a 750 in a 3-game, that's fucking crazy good.
You're probably
I
doing
lived in Japan
250 to
in the Air Force
275
Base
in
for
the
3
game.
years.
Yeah.
Which one? Was it Yokota or was it the
Mr. Awa?
Misawa? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my homegirl was in the Air Force. She's still in the Air Force on everything. I got 25 years in my job, so she a year younger than me. So she got 24 years in the Air Force on everything.
Oh, nice. Hey, dude, this is wild. Myles Garrett says he stayed with the Browns because of winning and not because of money. Dang, he took the bag, but he had no problem taking that money.
You know what we call that? We call that cap. That's all. Hold on, where's the button at? Damn it. I fucked up, man.
That's the wild shit, man.
Oh, well, I got a button for cap, but oh, well. Song said, I moved to an Air Force base in Germany from Japan. From Germany to Cali is like a 12-hour. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only the longest flight I done was 6 hours from fucking LA to New Jersey, then New Jersey into the Bahamas. And that New Jersey to Bahamas is only like a 3-hour flight, 4-hour flight, some shit like that.
My longest flight to Australia, and that's twice.
Oh shit. So my wifey, some of her friends, they're from Fiji. And Fiji right there by fucking Australia and New Zealand. My mama.
Yeah, for sure. Mine was the Yokota. Went to Hickam and then the Guam. I can't remember what the Guam is. Went to Kadena. Kadena's in Okinawa. And then from Kadena, I went to Yokota. And then, like, once I got it to Yokota, it was tight because it was November. And then they had Mount Fuji was still, like, it had a big-ass fucking covering of, like, snow. And then if you watch like animes or like any Japanese history or like know anything about the island that like Mount Fuji is, it is like the biggest fucking part of the island, and that shit is just like that shit just stands out wherever you are at. Like you could see Mount Fuji was dope. I was like, this place is sick. It was cold. It was funny. It was because like Guam, which didn't feel very far away, was hot as fuck. Get off the plane, it's like humid, like 95 degrees. It's November, and then you get to Okinawa. It was at nighttime, so it was colder. And then we go into Yokota, and it's nighttime. It's colder, but like I worked all through the day.
Oh,
did a
so
12-hour job, and then put the nose strap back together, and I'm
well,
like,
Japan is higher is above the equator. Then that's why it get cold. Because once you start getting under the equator, like how Australia is, their winter is. I mean, our winter is their summer, ain't it?
yeah. The seasons change because of the
Where the equator is, where
tilt.
you're on the equator.
Yeah, because of the tilt.
Oh, my mama.
Yeah, because then they get way more exposure to the sun down there
Yeah.
year round, and they're closer.
So does Guam. Fuck Guam. Guam is wild. I was like getting off that plane. I felt like I was drowning in air.
I mean, like I've been to Hawaii. I've been to like tropical places, but I ain't never been to. But I ain't never been to like the Philippines or the
Hawaii is
Guam.
trying to. But not, like you said, like the Philippines is probably different. I've never been to the Philippines, but
I mean, Philippines is like, I mean, it's like Guam, but probably worse, probably harder.
yeah.
You feel me? What about so in Japan? Do they got some regions that get snow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
where
we
that
were
mountain
talking
is.
about Mount Fuji, that shit's
Oh,
fucking
Okay, that's
yeah,
what
cool.
we're talking
Mount
about. Okay, yeah. 'Cause
And then like,
the
but yeah,
goddamn-
like you get up to that elevation just like anywhere else. If it's cold and you're at elevation, you're gonna get snow.
that's where them alien ships is at, Bree. I'm trying to tell you.
I didn't know alien ships.
There's alien ships up there, B. Mount Fuji, Mount Shasta.
Nah.
I'm trying to tell you, B. I'm coming home.
Oh, it's diamond time on the clock, y'all.
Oh, it's diamond
about to
time.
You
get
know
up
what's
out of
funny
another
is that
rail.
if they're looking for resources, they can just go to the Kuiper Belt. They can get more water there. They can get more like diamonds. They can get more gold. They could get more whatever the fuck.
Shine bright like a diamond.
We don't. They don't even. There's nothing the Earth provides aliens that they can't get anywhere else in the solar system.
But what if
Like-
the lizard
Like
people
there's
want to allow the
actual
Kuiper Belt in
asteroids that
theirs?
have more fucking valuable metals in the entire asteroid.
What
than
are
on
the
our
lizard
own
people
planet.
called? The
You know what,
Xylon?
Dr. Greer is on fucking Vlad right now. You know, Dr. Greer's been one of them motherfuckers that's been pushing that extraterrestrial and the UFOs and the UFA like type shit. You know what I mean? And he break that shit down on fucking what I
On
just say
Vlad?
Vlad, but he's known for being on Rogan and all the other podcasts for sure. Dr.
Yeah,
Greer's
bro.
that
I know what you're talking
motherfucker
about.
said. You know how we was seeing them what was it, 2 years ago? I think it was in Brazil, and motherfuckers thought they seen a 20-foot tall alien.
Yep.
It was a video of the alien standing hella tall, like looking hella tall. Then you had in Miami where the police raided the mall because they said they seen a 20-foot tall alien. But my thing is, bruh said them motherfuckers can be from 1 foot tall to 40 feet tall, bro.
There's like
100%.
There's like hella different species or whatever.
Oh my
the
mama,
fuck.
that's what he said, bro. Facts. I fuck
Yeah.
with Dr. Greer, bro.
And they thought Men in Black was just a movie.
Come on now. And he said that shit in New Jersey was a coup with the
that's military.
with the
Yeah.
drones and shit. He said the government did that shit.
Yeah, word.
For sure. Yeah,
Testing out their new-
they testing national security. They putting the drones in action to make sure that they can do their job the right way.
Yeah, they're flying them in formation. And shit.
Ain't no big thing.
The motherfucker also said that the government makes fake aliens. Fake alien beings and fake alien crafts.
We
I
need
mean,
fake
just to fuck
aliens.
You know
people
what?
up.
You know what? How you control people? Like, okay, when they were trying to hide the existence of these, or alleged existence of these things, they had whole entire departments focused on putting out misinformation. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you want them, because the moment you put out a lot of misinformation, though, and they find out that they're able to debunk some of these things, they're just going to discredit everything. So that's how it's like the easiest way to hide shit underneath people's right under their nose. You know what I mean?
Hey, Bo. Papa Guru said, "What's happening?"
Oh, what's up, Papa Guru? I forgot to. I think I was just saying this the other day. I forgot to tell him we're back on in the mornings. He's like, let me know when y'all back on.
My mama. Crooked Commission said, y'all need to get that clip of Sharp saying, "No, you're not. Stop. No, you're not." Ella laughing my ass off, staying.
Oh yeah, we can chop. It can be done. We'll chop that
mama.
thing up. I like Uncle Shay Shay. He's a fool with it. He just be drink. You know what's funny? Now his show, he's just drinking on the job, but he was always drinking on the job. He'd take a sip of his coffee. Look at
Minnesota Den said we need to get Plugger in the new leagues. We got the Cutthroatist and the World War 32.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna extend the invites. You know what I mean?
Fuck the Grays. Please don't get me started with the conspiracy theories. Yeah, aliens. Oh man, we don't even know what's going on in that ocean. Ain't no telling what's at the bottom of that motherfucker, man.
Shit.
Ain't even reached the bottom of the ocean. So how
It
you gonna
ain't
tell me
interstellar beings. It's not interstellar beings. It's drones. It's China.
You know what they say? Okay,
Russia,
look at this,
United
kid.
States.
Here's a conspiracy.
And if you want to get crazy, it'll
hold
be
on. I got one for
time-traveling humans.
Listen, they say that when you see them saucers flying around these days, right? They're basically drones too, but for them, for whoever they may be, right? They go in and out of the ocean, and down in the ocean you have basically a manufacturer that's just pumping these things out, and when they go back after their mission is done, they just totally break it all down again. You know what I mean? And they make these things from all the fucking shit from the earth. You know what I mean? That's one theory. Don't get me started on the Greys.
I get you started. Hold on. So
the Greys are from Mars.
If there was extraterrestrial life coming to this planet and trying to investigate and trying to like figure out what's going on,
anal probes.
They would be 100% severely disappointed, and they would think that we were as dumb as how we perceive a fucking chimpanzee.
Exactly.
They would look at us as chimpanzees because we don't know how to make renewable energy that's useful for us. You know, we don't know how to do. We don't know how to do a bunch of shit. Look, if we're gonna throw a fucking rocket ship up in the air,
that's just this iteration.
How much of a financial burden that is just to put a fucking rocket ship up in the air.
According to the 12
for them, it's super easy. They already know. They know the.
Hold on. Let me get this
They know how to make it cheap and possible.
The 12
they went from
tablets
fucking
of
Galaxy
goddamn
City, whatever the fuck over here. And we can barely even get to the moon, and then we're talking about trying to get to Mars, and they're fucking flying across fucking billions of fucking miles and shit. It's
we
like,
don't even understand space.
We're not on their level. They look at us as fucking a chimpanzee or a bonobo. You know, our two closest relatives. We might as well be the same thing.
And I'm totally in agreement.
Being a thing.
I also will say that we are the 7th iteration of this version of human, and we're probably the dumbest. You know what I mean? Because every time they recreated us back,
I can give you a fossil record of human.
Yeah, see, how far does it go back? Because
it goes
that's
back
the thing
about
with natural disasters and stuff like that. We've lost.
You had
a
the
lot
Australopithecines, so
yeah,
like you had
that's like 100,000 years old.
So you had Afarensis, you had
but
you had a bunch of
were these intelligent, like sentient beings?
Yeah, tool makers. The things that make a hominin is that you walk upright on 2 legs and then you use tools.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So motherfuckers like Homo sapiens were the ones
years
that
old.
did fire first. Like it was other hominins, and that was like millions of years ago. But like up until recently, like the last 200 years, we'll say, like that's when we started to really take off. So the intelligence of humans, even
Take
though
off
we did great
technologically.
things in like
You mean
ancient cities and
technologically?
stuff, we're talking. Yeah, I'm talking about technology
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
like so like
Yeah, and I believe
you
that
could you could point
I
your
believe
finger
that
and say,
we
look
had
at
ancient
Cairo.
technology.
You could look at Teotihuacan and all
Yeah,
these like fucking ancient cities and be like
yeah.
very impressed by it, but like nah, they ain't making no microprocessor
Quebec,
that
Tepe.
make like a fucking trillion thoughts in a millisecond. You
Yeah,
know,
and
that's where
the
that's how
history's
we
been
evolved.
washed away
We know how
in
to
several natural
manipulate the
disasters and things of that
technology
nature.
way different than just moving a big ass fucking piece of rock. Uh, the people that put rocks together to build cities and shit, um, they were using manpower. Let's not get fucking too like complicated on it. Like you get 500 people pushing a rock around, which is
Yeah,
what they had available.
but
You're gonna move that much.
a lot of those pyramids are dated way before like the pharaohs and all that shit even came around. Like they were there beforehand. So like
Well,
I tend to
I,
believe there was
sometimes a
some
pharaoh
ancient
died
understanding some ancient
before the
understanding
pyramid was
of alchemy
completed, but
or technology.
most of the time those pyramids were built in a period of like 50 to 60 years. And if you think about it, 50 to 60 years, that's a long ass time.
Yeah, for sure.
And it wasn't
that's
regulations
a
holding them
fraction of the
back.
time. That's a fraction
It was
of the
just
time.
like the sheer fact that they needed to fucking cut the wood, cut the stone and move it and then put it in place.
Yeah, interlock them
And
into
you
place.
got thousands and thousands of people doing it
Yeah,
every day for 60
anti-gravity.
years.
And
There
the
are no
understanding of gravity.
vacations,
Hey,
weekends,
look,
whatever the
I'm in
fuck.
total agreement with you. This iteration of us is probably the dumbest, and like we got smartphones with knowledge of everything to us, but you know it's just a bunch of dumbasses running around with
Yeah, we
smartphones.
got I don't agree with that. I think the
I mean,
the
okay.
access
Would you believe the
to
mass,
the access
level,
to
the mass
knowledge is
wavelength?
higher than it's ever been.
Yeah,
And
but
even
I
though
think it used to be higher back in the days.
no access
I
to
think there's
knowledge, no,
civilizations that were wiped out. You know what I mean? To whatever
no way.
and we're talking about if we're talking about 100,000 years ago was the first recorded
Think
hominid.
about the access to knowledge comparative to 35 years ago. Why would 1,000 years
Yeah,
ago be better?
but mind you, okay, maybe it will make more sense if I say this because I do believe in intervention and aliens, things that were trillions of years older. Civilizations came here teaching us monkeys things. You know what I mean? And I still think there's been jumps because of probably some forms of
So,
intervention.
if an alien wanted to come here, it's not because he wanted to interact with us and be our friends. It's to take over our planet. They haven't even shown no signs.
They've already done it.
They don't want to take over our planet. If they wanted to take over our planet, they would have done it a long time ago,
They've
even if it was
already done it.
robots. So
They've already done it.
the
We're in
idea
the
of
simulation
somebody
now.
coming like straight across the galaxy to this fucking planet, which we
Hey,
already
look,
know that
this is super
there's
meta.
better exoplanets in this galaxy. So if they can get here, they can get there. Why'd they choose here?
Yeah, the what do they
No.
call it? The Goldilocks.
Our
the
solar
Goldilocks
system
zone.
is pretty dope though because we got the Kuiper Belt and the asteroid belt, which
Yeah,
contains
works
a
as
bunch
protection.
of valuable things, I guess, for us here on Earth. But I don't know how useful they are for other intelligent life forms. But for
Do you
them to
believe in
fly
the?
into this planet and think
Have you
that's
went down the
special,
lizard people rabbit hole?
that would be pretty wild. No, I'm not a Scientologist.
I'm telling you,
That's
they're out
Scientology.
there.
If people think that Scientology is based off of science, no, it's not. It's based off of alien reptiles.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I don't know why they chose science.
Tom Cruise, man.
Hey, Bogey, this is wild. The 49ers met individually with Buffalo quarterback C.J. Ugabona on his pro day
Cornerback?
today. The quarterback, QB.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean,
Quarterback.
we've always expressed the importance of a third on the squad. Like our third is over the years because we went through in the Shannon.
Oh,
I don't
that's right.
say
Yeah.
this is because of he's been scorned by this. Same thing with his running back room. His running back room and his quarterback room, they keep them deep because, man, just over the years, they die on us.
Not Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy.
When we called Brock Purdy, when we called him, what did we say, kidda?
What do you mean?
When we called Brock Purdy, like when the 49ers called him to draft him, they're like, I know you're
we got
Mr.
a plan
Relevant.
for you.
No, we got a plan for you.
Yeah.
So like, and because we were that, it was that important for us to have a solid second and third. And we actually gave him a lot of play time that preseason and ultimately went him over Nate Sudfeld as the 3.
Hey, Bogey, what do you think of this breaking news? The Eagles have been having trade talks centered around pass rusher Bryce Huff and Dallas Goedert.
Well, because Bryce Huff sucks. Like he didn't pan out.
What I want to know, are my Jets involved in that Goddard trade?
No, all it says is the Eagles have been discussing. They haven't mentioned teams.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I do. I have heard a couple of different sources say that the Jets are looking at Goddard as a potential trade target, which makes me a little bit happy because then we don't have to
force the draft pick.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then we can get a wide receiver instead, or an offensive lineman. And
I mean, especially if they don't view as Garrett Wilson as someone that they're gonna, because once it's time to pay him, you got to pay him like 30 at least. They're not gonna want to do that. So it would be in their best interest to draft a receiver.
Yeah,
that they can move on. Then they could eventually move on from Garrett Wilson.
Well, this just came out 4 minutes ago. There have been rumors that one team is considering the possibility of drafting Travis Hunter, then moving back into the first round to also select Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, and that sounds like
the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I was about to say, because why would they pass on Ward? That would entail they trade out of that spot too, because that would move them back in range. So who do they trade with? The Giants, you know what I mean? Or maybe maybe the Browns. They wouldn't be the Browns.
Well, the Browns already said they're going to pick a quarterback. They're definitely going quarterback.
It's probably Jackson Dart, because I don't think they're gonna go through the debacle of Sanders if he's gonna refuse to play there.
Oh,
but I guess Sanders did take a visit. Yeah. He did take a visit there, because if you were going to outright refuse to play there, why take the visit? You know what I mean? Unless I don't know. And then there's the rumors about him being arrogant and all those visits. Of course, if you want him, you put rumors out like that so he'll fall. You know what I mean?
Cooper Kupp just added the Chargers to his list of teams. It's now the Seahawks, Cowboys, Saints, and Chargers. The Patriots are out.
I'm just thinking about that the prospect of having a Shedeur Sanders and his man, fucking Travis Hunter on the same team. That's as good as it gets in this draft class. Two guys that have extreme chemistry. They've been following each other, team to team already, and all of a sudden they get drafted together and they get to not right away succeed, but to grow together on the NFL level. That shit's fucking tight. As a commissioner, or as a general manager of a football team, that's how you draw it up. That would be the most ideal situation, is to take those two guys, kind of like a not in the same draft class, but why the Bengals picked Jamar Chase or over a fucking premier offensive lineman, or what's another recent example of a quarterback getting his receiver? It happens, but to get them in the same year and they're both top 5 picks, wow, pretty impressive. That was very interesting.
The closest that we've seen to a team doing this was actually not even the closest. The team that actually did this was they went C.J. Stroud, traded right back in, got Will Anderson. You know what I mean? I haven't seen someone do that ever. You know what I mean? Like where they're like, boom, you know, we're gonna trade it back in. Here's the very next pick. That's some Bogart shit. I do that in the drafts all the time.
Yeah, but the difference on this one would be that they're actually like there's chemistry involved because it's receiver to quarterback, not a defensive player and an offensive player.
Yeah. So like just picking up your pair right away.
Yeah, and Travis Hunter and Shador, they've been following each other from school to school.
That would be badass. I forgot about that that variable there that they played together and they know each other.
Yeah, they've been playing together
They'll
for a
probably
long time.
if they're both of them. I mean, actually, is Travis Hunter? He's the one that's married, right? Or he had like a girl. Like he was like,
But
married?
he's
Poor
He had
guy.
like drama
Man,
with his girls and shit.
you're about to get an NFL contract and you're already tied down. What?
That's crazy.
Make
Come
sure
on.
you have a nice.
Well, because I was
prenup.
gonna say he'd be able to live 9 times out of 10. The motherfuckers will live together because they know each other. They're going to a new place, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That would be dope because then you have you literally have to use Travis Hunter in both sides if you have him.
Yeah, I think so. I think that consists idea.
He's
That's
the
what
literal.
makes him a
These
top
these
five
type of
pick.
players don't come around too often. So it's like
Yeah.
even if at minimum they'll try it out just to see if it works. You know what I mean? And if he like gets hurt real quick or like they'll be like, all right, hold on. You know what I mean? They might taper it back a little bit, but I mean, why wouldn't they? And Guccini always points out a good point. Like in college, they play way more snaps.
I don't
like
I don't like the Titans though. So why would I want them to have Travis Hunter? I want
it would
Travis
be
Hunter to go
maybe
to
the Giants. Or but see, the Patriots wouldn't draft Shador. So you know, what I mean, we're talking about that scenario.
No.
Yeah, because I don't have.
That's why I
don't have Travis Hunter falling past the Patriots. That's where I have him going.
If Cooper Kupp,
doing it. I could see the Giants doing that.
But I can see them not because they have so many needs. It's kind of why
yeah, they don't have the
afford
draft
that?
capital.
True,
I
but
think
they
it's
are
got to
kind of
be
fucked
either
up
the
organization that
Browns
will do
or
anything.
the Titans to be able to make this type of.
In order to buy a first round without
gonna
giving
cost.
up without even starting, it's going to cost multiple firsts to buy that pick. So like, if someone wanted to get both Travis Hunter and Shador, you know what I mean? Like the Giants, yeah, they're in play for it because they're already up there in range for one of those guys. But like at the same time, trading back in, you're gonna have to mortgage the entire future. You know what I mean?
But remember the Texans did it with the C.J. Stroud and the Will Anderson. So what was their?
But they had an extra.
They
first
acquired a pick
from the Browns
through another trade.
They had assets
Preseason.
from the Browns that they piled on there too. So you know that was a trade that now in hindsight it took a couple years in the making because they gathered assets and then made a big move. Because the C.J. Stroud pick was their regular pick, right? And then they used all those Brown assets.
So
the Brown assets.
So the Giants got the 34th, the 65th, the 99, and the 105. So they got five.
So it'd be like the 34 plus like their next 2 years first. You know who would sell that? The Browns.
The Browns. I was thinking
The Browns, yeah.
Like that, the Browns would sell their pick. Like that, then they go back to back and they can make that happen.
The Browns got the 2nd, the 33rd, the 67th, the 94 from Buffalo, the 104 and the 107, 192, 200, 216, and 255.
All right,
So
the Chiefs just re-signed Kareem Hunt
Oh
That's
wow!
fucking annoying.
Time.
to a $2.5 million deal and a 1.5 base.
Wow.
Okay, so he's depth.
Yeah.
And the boy
But
from
he was depth
Until
last
he
year. Look at him, he was-
outperforms the rest
Yeah,
of
until
the
and then they got a starter for cheap.
He,
But also that kind of that kind of puts them out of it for looking at running back with all these because half the league is going to get a running back, right? You know what I mean?
and they're getting them cheap though. They're getting them.
They got Kareem Hunt cheap. Ha ha, Kareem Hunt! You thought you was going to get a greasy a greasy fucking Super Bowl ring. I'm just laughing because there was that footage of him when he got pulled over and he had weed and alcohol, but then it was in Cleveland and he was crying. It was after the Chiefs won a Super Bowl and the police officer on the body cam was like, he let him go. But he was like, man, we need you, man. The city of Cleveland, man. And he's like, You know what I mean? He was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be in the Super Bowl." And he was just crying, man. But he had weed and alcohol, open alcohol. You let him go. He's like, "Just get the fuck out of here, man."
Song said, "Eat mermaids if you want to live the longest. The elites are out here hunting for mermaids." Minnesota said, "Don't count Minnesota out on the Cooper Cup saga." What you think about?
There's familiarity because you have Kevin O'Connell there, but yeah, I don't know. I don't see it.
What y'all think about Justin and Garrett Wilson?
I love Justin Fields and with gangrene, bro. It's
I like it.
it's the most optimal it's the most optimal situation for Justin Fields because I
gets to be the
know
starter.
this team is gonna give him the longest leash he has had in the last 2
He's only off the
years.
field if he's injured.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the leash.
Yeah, Jordan Travis, bless his heart, he's got some intriguing talent, but he ain't no fucking Justin Fields, that's for sure. Like, we just got a big ass upgrade from Jordan Travis to Justin Fields. Are you kidding me?
I
A
like
lot of people
that. I like that for
underestimate
Garrett
his
Wilson.
ability to throw the ball. Like, Justin Fields was not a terrible passer at all. If he's getting in a situation which I think we'll be able to give him to actually grow. So I expect to have him at minimum these 2 years. And
I mean, you're
be
paying him for 2
comfortable.
years. He's there for 2 years.
Yeah, it's really 1 year.
And the coaching staff that we brought in, that's not a short-term fix. I think that's a long-term.
Yeah, they're gonna give the regime got a long leash too. They got like 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it gives them the ability not to draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we ain't doing that. We take receiver.
This is also a franchise that
that.
they need to accumulate more picks again. So this is the best way
or
to
steal
do it.
your guys' offensive tackle. We'll take that Missouri tackle or take Tet. That's what I want to do with my pick.
I got the 7th, the 42, the 73, the 110, 145, 156 from Pitt, the 186, and the 207. And they got y'all mocked with the this right here has y'all with the OT from Missouri, Armand Mibu.
Amon, yeah. Yeah, he's a fucking serious player because we talk about all the best pass rushers in this draft. He held them to like 2 quarterback pressures combined. He's a damn good player.
Papa Guru, I think Keenan Allen's coming home. Sorry.
I could see Keenan Allen going to the Saints. I didn't think of that because he played with Kellen Moore for a season.
Yeah, that's what Papa Guru said.
That's another thing that I would like to see is Olave coming home to the Jets and being like, "Hey, let's pair up with your old running mate Garrett Wilson and have your quarterback." And then
that's kind of badass. I didn't think of that.
Olave, Garrett Wilson, fucking.
You guys were tied to Olave in a trade early on in the offseason.
Brees Hall running the ball. Like, the Jets could easily be a playoff team if that's the cast of characters we be rolling out.
If only they can get over being the Jets.
I mean, shit, the Mark Sanchez days was pretty good when he, his first.
I mean, but he was the game manager. I mean, you had
before the butt fumble.
You had I mean, they went to the AFC title game 2 years in a row.
Shout out to fucking Mark Sanchez. Right. Yeah, I'm in USC land, right? And they still love Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez was the man.
Mark Sanchez is like,
man, USC
down here
for a while. The early 2000s was USC.
Yeah,
I seen a special on Pete Carroll where Pete Carroll was going into the neighborhoods, into the community, working with some of the, people,
some of the gangsters,
and trying to get the youth to start the football and shit. So even though he was trying to recruit hella young, he was still going into the communities and really being inside these communities, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Pete Carroll.
Carroll.
Pete Carroll's a good dude. He's old and senile now, but it's a good dude.
Hey, Marshawn think he owns something though.
He got Geno.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Marshawn,
They're,
Marshawn probably not
they,
lying.
they're talking about extending him already. They're like, oh, okay, we got Geno Smith. We don't need no quarterback. Let's sign him for another 3 years.
Yeah, I wonder how Marshawn feels about him being the coach of his Raiders now. You know, Marshawn's diehard Raider. Hey, blood. I don't know about dude. Dude is on something, man.
That's exactly what he said.
Man, I must read an article. Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who's 61, is dating a 19-year-old girl. What the
Good for
fuck?
him.
I
What
mean,
the
shit.
fuck? What the fuck?
Dream of California.
Yeah.
Wait a couple of years till she got, you know what I mean, till she could buy a drink.
Come on.
Hey, you know what's kind of crazy is like, dude has always been a heterosexual dude, but he's like a girl and shit. Like you know what I mean? You know, back in the days, the glam
That's
rock
gross.
days, he was kind of glam rocky, even though he wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Which one is this guy?
The lead singer,
Lead singer of
the lead singer of that Red Hot Chili Peppers. You remember he would always have the earrings and the mascara, and he would wear like.
This is the chick too.
Isn't Flea in the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the bass player.
Oh my
Badass bass player.
Yeah, he's probably the most famous Red Hot Chili Pepper.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the only one that didn't have the long hair for the longest. And then remember, they always had iconic performances. Like
I ain't fucking with no 19-year-old girl, man. It's
Literally
like that
3
shit
times
is just
the
like
age.
generational. There's a generation separation. You know, like
There's also a
you
conversation
should make a
like,
song
what
about
kind of
that
conversation
generation
are you having with
separation. I
young
ain't
kids?
fucking with no 19-year-old bitch. Like,
Like
like
grand,
that
bro.
life is not
Baby Cot, 19,
Not about
with her
that
own
life.
spot.
He's a fool.
A day with Dre, and I'll have her on Robot.
Yeah, that Minnesota Den, she's 69 and 21. What is that? That's like 50 years.
Who's this now?
61 to 19. That's almost three times her freaking age. 19.
Yeah, that's,
yeah.
What the fuck?
I round that up to 70 and she's 20, man. That's 50 fucking years, dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's wrong.
that's his granddaughter, great granddaughter's age, dog.
You never know.
That's
Maybe
bad.
that's how you met her. Maybe that's the granddaughter's homegirl.
His granddaughter plugged in with her.
He's 42 years older than her. Oh.
I mean, you know, this is he's a rock star.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, you know, what's his name?
She's after his money.
Mick Jagger, bro. Mick Jagger just had a couple babies not too long ago. Like Mick Jagger's still getting it in.
Damn.
Bill Belichick. Didn't he just have a few
Bill
kids
Belichick.
recently?
Oh,
Bill
you see the
Belichick got
video of the Bill
he got hella baby
His
mom.
woman had
Bill
to freaking
Belichick,
hold him up.
but Bill
He can't even walk
Belichick is
straight.
she was 24. She was 24, so she's able to buy a drink, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know,
that is
like,
true.
and Bill Belichick, the
he
exact
couldn't
words
rent
that
a
came
car,
out of his
though.
mouth was like, I thought this girl was intellectual. So it wasn't like she was just a piece of ass. Like, he actually had some sort of chemistry because we all know how Bill Belichick is. We've heard these interviews. He'd go off on a tangent. He's kind of like on the autism spectrum. He's got that, like, brain that just thinks and thinks and thinks. So if he's getting along with a female, that female ain't no, like, box of rocks. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, maybe it's some of the best. Maybe it's some of the best flight to Boston he's ever had.
Or now to
like,
North Carolina.
he had a
right?
whole fucking 8 hours of conversation with the broad that he was like, damn, this girl is fine. Like,
Like Boston, hey, he's a fool.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Red Eye to Boston tonight.
God, Boston.
how it was. She was a cheerleader on that team.
Was she?
Wasn't
That's
it-
exactly where he met her.
Just to clarify, where
But the
I'm from,
conversation
flight
was
to
what
Boston
set it
means
off. It
fellatio.
wasn't the uniform. There was other, like, what, 15, 16 other cheerleaders, but this
Yeah.
one, This
there's
one
more-
actually
more
had the
age, yeah.
had the
But
wits to
here's the thing,
keep
though.
up intellectually with the Bill Belichick.
Someone like the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy, though, right? Like he's a celebrity from the old era. New celebrities, your business is out there all day, every day. You know what I mean? You probably live on social media. You know what I mean? He's not one of them guys, so it is kind of crazy. Like, how do you meet a 19-year-old? You know what I mean? Like, where are you at? That's kind of creepy. You know, I mean, you know, he has songs that he has hit songs older than her. You know what I mean? Like,
I got something for y'all. Okay, so I got y'all know who Kellen Cowherd is?
yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I got that on the split screen right now, watching this shit since everything else is dead right now. So Collins AFC playoff prediction, early prediction, division winners.
That's that's Kansas City.
Bills, Ravens, Texans, and Chargers.
Chargers.
Wild cards are Patriots, Bengals, and Chiefs.
Chiefs, a wild card? Are you kidding me?
Well,
the hell?
but I mean, they were just a
this
wild
Colin
card too.
Coward is.
They were just
Kid is like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
Colin Coward is fucking like looking for clickbait for something.
He doesn't
I
even
don't know.
he doesn't even have the Broncos in.
That's
Hey, you don't call it coward. He'd be like constipated.
Why the
But
fuck would he?
he's so far up Jim Harbaugh's ass. Pause. He is a Harbaugh lover.
I can, but see, Harbaugh is one of those
That makes
guys.
sense.
You can't not help but put your money on
See, that's why I'm
Harbaugh.
a Rome guy. Like Jim Rome ain't gonna do some dumb shit like
Well,
that.
I
on
can't
his
stand
reign.
Nick Wright, and he's a
He ain't
Chiefs.
gonna tell. He ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes sucks all of a sudden. He's not gonna win the AFC West with the fucking Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers. Are you kidding me? The fucking Chiefs are gonna run your goddamn division for the next
about the fucking Chiefs.
years.
It gets nauseating. I just want to puke.
Well, he's from Kansas City. That's why he talks about them.
Oh, but he has something stuck far up his ass. Is not even funny.
Everybody
Oh,
likes
he
Mahomes
loves the
because he's
cross
actually
pause.
pretty good. All right, let's just keep it that way.
I mean, he was also on the Brady's done hype for a lot of years. Like Brady's done. He's just
Brady's
done.
dope.
Like
bro. You
he
fucking
kept saying
kidding
that
me?
for years, and he just kept winning more titles.
Right.
But at the same time, too, though, I like Cowherd. He's got his own opinion, just like everybody else is entitled to. You know what I mean?
That's
But
I
I
don't
know
know if
that
it's
he's
as
definitely
consistent.
he's the Jim Harbaugh guy. That's where a lot of this stems
on
from.
everything.
I
He's
like
the Jim
Rome.
Harbaugh guy.
Yeah, no,
I like
man,
Rome.
my guy, bro, 100%. Rome is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jim Rome is the shit.
Jim Rome is
Jim
the
Rome
shit.
is the shit.
100%.
Yeah,
Coward
shit.
is not as. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as what do we call that? We're trying to predict the outcome. Jim Rome has a better understanding of where each league is at because he's really good at basketball too. He's really good at football, baseball. I don't know too much about baseball, but I know that Jim Rome knows his basketball and he knows his football.
He's a UC Santa Barbara alum, and he always gives I forgot the name of the baseball league that Santa Barbara's in, and with all like Fullerton and all that, but he brings on a lot of those guys in that base because that they run the baseball league out here in California. Is that SoCal baseball, Fullerton, Santa Barbara.
Fullerton. I can go to Fullerton for free, being a Disney employee.
Is
That's
that right?
word up. I'm just like closer to the 40s, so I don't think I could be playing on no fucking baseball team. But if I wanted to get education, I could get free education with Fullerton.
That's federal, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is like I didn't know this either when I was 18 years old. That I instead of enlisting in the Air Force, I could have just worked at Disneyland.
Oh wow!
Disneyland would have paid me for my college. That shit is no joke either. Like all you got to do is work part time, like 4 hours a week, and then you can get free tuition up to your master's at Fullerton on your degree.
That's crazy, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Disney will send you to school.
And some of the characters that be around when you're walking around and stuff, them motherfuckers is real actors too, huh?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Disney used to hire real actors, real
Uh,
actors to do
the
stunts and
ch-
shit
the
like that.
Chargers are signing
But
ex-Texans
since they were
linebacker.
but since they were on like a Hollywood like payroll,
Mhm.
and then they had to join a union and do all this stuff. They cut all the best type of shows that Disney used to do. So like, if you went to Disney California and you seen all these like Marvel stunt shows and shit, those actors don't really exist anymore because of agreements with the unions, and then the union agreements required those actors to get paid a certain amount. Disney is cheapskating it, but they'll realize that they're worth the money. Like if they can get some like actual good talent out there doing some stunt shows and playing the roles of all these like Marvel movies that make millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars for a movie. Hell yeah, that's 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 in the future. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, we're not willing to pay those types of characters. But they used to definitely hire the best characters that could do like backflips, fucking like all the fucking acrobatics, wearing a uniform, play a character that you see in the Marvel movies, and put on a show for you. Um, but like in Mike's situation. Um, I make pretty good money too working for Disney because skilled labor ain't cheap. So, um, but they realize that for that part of Disneyland is that they can't be hiring nobody that can't actually maintain the situation that they got going for themselves. So they give us a good opportunity and allow us to maintain their image. Nobody wants to go to Disneyland and fucking deal with like, oh, that this ride ain't open or whatever. Like we do our best to have all them shits open. And if they ain't open, it's because of we're doing an annual or something major to make sure that the ride is gonna be good for the long run. Like we ain't cheapskating anything. Yeah.
That's fact. Hey, they got their own police department in that motherfucker
They
too, man.
got their own police department. They got their own fire department. It's its own city.
Oh, mama, that's crazy. Have you been to the Florida one?
Not yet. Yeah, someday. Yeah,
Oh,
that's on the agenda. I don't know if it's really anytime soon, but the way I envision it is, I will take off for like maybe a week or two and try and experience all because they got four major parks. They got the Magic Kingdom, Epcot. They got Animal Kingdom, and then they got Hollywood Studios.
mhm.
So those four parks are at minimum 1 day visits, and then likely you want to try and set aside 2 days for um, at minimum for both of them. So that's 8 days, and then in between they got other things like especially if you go to Epcot. Epcot I heard is uh, really the shit. Like Epcot is the place for adults.
Yeah.
Hey JD, the Vikings just came out and said it's just kind of the Vikings are having discussions about what they want to do at quarterback and if they want Rodgers. Rodgers is giving them time and waiting to hear from Minnesota as they make the decision.
Yeah, Rogers definitely wants to go to Minnesota. If I was Rogers, I want to go to Minnesota.
Man, I ain't lying. Out of all the
Man, that
that's for sure. How long does Minnesota need if Minnesota already is 50-50 at
You
Roush?
think of it? You think you give him the weekend or what? You think we know Monday?
Come on, man.
Probably Monday on Pat McAfee. We find out. We
Right.
watch it. You know.
Well, they don't got to report to any type
No,
of
but he
practice
seems to
until
report
after.
to Pat
Yeah.
McAfee though. The Vikings have agreed to terms with tackle who? Justin something. I can't know.
Bakes a lot said, Kidda is like, I gotta say nice things. Mickey might be listening
Yeah, you can't really talk bad about the Big Mouse. Big Mouse is listening at all times.
at all times, baby. Jagger was 73 when his last kid was born. He'll be 91 when he gets out of high school.
Yeah, Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones. It's wow, man. Like rock stars, there ain't never any shortage of action. Like if you're an actual rock star, if you're a band member of the Rolling Stones, yeah, you're taking down 18, 19-year-olds when you're in your 70s. 100%.
Yeah, they got the blue chews and all this shit too. They was in that thing. Hey, the bitches is bringing it too. It's not even them that got it. The bitches like, listen, old man, I'm gonna have to squeeze the baby out of you, so I'm set for life.
Yeah. Coward sucks. He's a dummy, always wrong, and then changes his opinions. Yeah. Jim Rome. Jim Rome is the is the preferable analyst in sports for me when it comes to Colin Coward and Jim Rome. I'm on the Jim Rome fucking side.
Yeah, I had a cowherd phase where like I would watch all this shit clipped up all the time. But yeah, I tended to disagree with him a lot more. But Jim Rome was someone I actually would listen to his show and well, more so I would watch it because I would watch it on CBS Sports. And then like it was East Coast time, so like I would watch Jim. What was it? I watched Boomer Esiason and Craig Carton. This is like probably 11 years ago. And then like right after it'd be the Jim Rome show. And then it would be Doug Gauntlet, who was like totally trying to rip. He was totally trying to rip off Jim Rome with like the whole, he's by himself. There's no background noise. You know what I mean? Yeah, Doug Gauntlet was funny though. Like not that he made me laugh, but he was like funny style.
Yeah, you really gotta be a fan of the Jim Rome show to listen to it because you know what I mean. Even though Jim got his takes, his show is about the people that are
that call in too. Like the people that call in, the regulars, hella funny.
Oh my man, they be fucking each other up, bro. That's the most hilarious shit about his show though, bro. Oh my characters that call in. Oh my mama.
One guy that I think I heard him subtly, but the Colts kicker,
McAfee.
I don't really fuck with that guy. I don't know nothing about that show very much. I know they got AJ Hawk on it, and they get some big names into it, but I'm not too sure. I'm very entertained by it, and then think it as a serious sports show. Like I almost feel like it's almost like a comic show, not necessarily.
Yeah, it's very scripted.
Like a serious talk show, like Colin Coward and Jim Rome. They're at least talking about sports 24/7, like with a little bit of seriousness. I'm all about comedic stuff. Like that's not like a it doesn't negate my opinion on the people, but like the seriousness of Jim Rome at times is what I enjoy about it because he's always looking out for sports. And then sometimes when I watch McAfee, it's almost like it's a show, and then like it's a show about sports type of thing.
I got something for you. Watch. I'm gonna pull something up. Watch this shit.
Damn, I hate when people move in, dude. They're
Watch
like
me not be able to
constantly hammering a nail. It's like hit it, and then pull it out, and then put your picture frame up. But like the and to get the nail head to go to where you need it, just go throw it in there, pull it out, put your fucking picture frame up, and that's done. Like you don't need to fucking hammer the goddamn wall 50 times before the nail is like an eighth of an inch off the wall so you can hang up the picture to where it settles flat and flush on the drywall. Like just whack, pull it back out, put the thing on, done.
Watch this shit. Watch this shit.
Cam Newton
Ireland right now.
and Pat McAfee.
Hey, yo, Pat just said Pat McAfee is in Ireland right now. Pat McAfee just said he is
In
on
Ireland.
100 milligram edible.
100 milligrams.
100
Oh, we used to
mg.
fucking throw down the 1,000.
And he been drinking stout beers.
100 milligrams ain't nothing, really.
The only question I have is, just let us do the same.
Pat is fried, bro. He on that motherfucker turned up.
Yeah, he sure is.
He
Hey, allegedly, I got the homie down in the A, and in Cam Newton's heyday, he would provide Cam Newton with party favors because he would always come through Atlanta, where he's from.
Kid,
And
is that your
he was
neighbor?
in town, he would party big. Like,
You heard it?
I thought it was my house.
They're hitting the fucking hammer like a bitch. Just go bam,
Oh,
and
no,
then
that's my
fucking
watch
pull the
going.
fucking nail head
No,
out.
it's a hammer.
And that's what I'm saying is like they're like tapping the hammer and the nail. All they got to do is bam, and then pull the nail back out and then hang the fucking picture. They ain't gotta get it all like baby shit. Like just fucking bang it in there. You
maybe
made
they
the
got a
hole.
little, maybe
pull
they got
the
a little
bitch out,
baby hammer.
hang the fucking picture. I don't know, man. Some people just don't know.
That might have been my washer.
No, it's my. It's
No,
my
it wasn't him.
Oh, it's your people's.
I really
You should go
that,
over there, knock on the
that
door,
unit
be like,
right
"Hey,
here
man,
behind
let
me.
me show you how to
That's
fucking
supposed
nail
to
this
be an
shit."
Airbnb. Like people just go in there for like 2-3 days at a time and then move out. But I'm hearing some fucking like hammering like they're gonna put up all their fucking pictures and shit,
Maybe
which
somebody moved
happened
in.
on the other side. On my other side of the that wall over here is my bedroom, and then so the next unit over, that's another bedroom. So it's a bedroom to bedroom wall. So I didn't hear nothing for my first year or so, and then
You've been
all
here
of a
for almost
sudden
2 years.
I hear action, and I'm like, oh, okay, somebody actually rented this bitch out, and then all of a sudden it's like consistent, and then I realize it's like, oh, I hear the same bitch get fucked over and over and over. I'm like, oh yeah, no, somebody's
lives
living
there.
over there.
Is that the
Homegirl
one that
getting-
that got carried out on a stretcher?
homegirl's getting laid out and fucking yeah. There you go, putting on a stretcher like. I don't know what happened in that in that evening, but something went down, and that was a wild. I'm sitting in bed and I hear some fucking like bullshit, right? Stuff fall off the fucking tables and all this stuff, and then I hear the broad go, call 911, and then 15 minutes later, fire department's in there. Doing their thing, getting her out, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm straight fucking falling asleep, done, and I get woken up by this, and it's it's been a thing. You know, I don't know. Dude's got something because he's back and he's hanging around. So I don't know if it was foreplay or aggressiveness. I don't know. It's not my business. I don't care that much. Sometimes I think about like, should I have cared to like to go over there and be like, hey, what's up? Because initially I did get woken up going like, what the fuck is going on over there? That shit is wild. And the first thing I hear like vocally is like call 911. I'm like, oh, the hell? Did she just like walk into the house at 5 o'clock, drunk as fuck, fall over something, cut herself up? Because I think that's what it was. It was like a cut. She's bleeding. Um, yeah, apartment life. I got people above me. I think that unit above me is an Airbnb. The one over here, I could have swore is an Airbnb, but it sounds like somebody's moving in permanently. I don't think it is. Uh, like the Airbnbs make a lot of money in this building. It's like a tower like apartment building. So um, in the first two levels, it's the flat suites. You know, like they're uh, they're like studios, but 1,000+ square feet. And then once you get higher and higher and higher, where I'm at, I got almost 700 square feet, but it's a 1 bedroom. But I'm 125 feet up in the air, and I'm only on the 8th level. So
Oh wow.
it's a big ass fucking apartment.
That's federal.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm gonna try and move to the beach. That's where that's my goal next year is to let this lease expire and move closer to the beach and be somewhere that's kind of like cooler during the summertime.
Facts. That's paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Man, paradise sounds perfect right now.
Oh no. Oh, everything. Them
Hey,
is
Taney, I
facts.
sent you a wild damn story.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Producer of the show. Oh my mama. Let's see what else we got. We got bakes a lot on the clock with a hour and 16 left,
I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet.
and then East up. We damn near through this bitch.
Oh,
Good.
I got hey kid, I got two Superflex trades. I wanted to run these by you. Or and see what you
Yeah.
and okay. I have Jordan Addison, right? This person's gonna send me a 2026 first round, a 2026 third, and a 2025 second round pick for Addison. So I get a second round in 2025, a first in 2026, and a third in 2026 for Addison.
I see what they're trying to do. Um, that actually sounds really really nice.
It did sound nice to me too. I was thinking
Yeah.
about taking that one. Now look at this other one. Is the one I'm really like, hell no. I have Josh Allen, right? They are sending me Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, and a 2027 first round pick.
Who's your quarterback too?
To go check. Yes. Oh, I think I have Jalen Hurts.
Is this a super flex league?
Superflex. Yeah.
Wow, you have Josh Allen and
Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts in my quarterback, and what I have on my bench is DTR, Tyrod Taylor, and Hendon Hooker.
so run the trade by me again.
Look, the trade would be they want Josh Allen from me. I would get Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, and a 2027 first rounder.
2027?
Yeah, I'm like,
Can you not get a 2025?
I don't even know what this guy has. I'd like to see that. Let's see, who is it? That's a JPEG. Let me see what he has.
So what I would do is like maybe counter with a Jalen Hurts, and then try and get the first.
Oh, he has no
25.
picks in 2025. No wonder.
Oh, we're not doing that deal.
Hell no. He doesn't have a first until 2027.
Nah, the Allen and Hurts stack is so fucking nasty for quarterbacks.
This guy's team is actually kind of loaded. He's got Jaden Daniels, Bijan, Jameer Gibbs, Brian Thomas, Amos St. Brown, and Jamar Chase, and Brock Bowers, and Malik Neighbors.
Wow.
I was in this league with him last year. He had 8 of the 12 picks in the first round.
Wow.
He was like loaded.
Yeah. That's a great team too. I like your quarterbacks though. Jalen Hurts.
Yo, I
Josh
love him
Allen.
too, man. I've been in
What the
second
hell?
place the last 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
I'm knocking the door.
Yeah, knocking on the door, and sometimes it's the luck of the draw when it comes to the playoffs.
Because my team's not that bad. It's Josh Allen, Joe Mixon, Warren, McConkey, Addison, Amari Cooper, Laporta, Romeo Dubs, and Jalen Hurts.
You're struggling on the wide receivers.
Yeah, I know that. I could do better on that. That's about it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do in the draft was wide receiver. Go first 2 rounds do a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Because I think I have a shitload of. I have 3 first-round picks this year. So that's gonna help me.
It's hard to hate on a team that's got Allen and that's a lot of fucking touchdowns right there.
Yeah, and it is. And I'm like, that's the hard part when he's like, do I want to? I just don't want to touch that.
Yeah.
Who's on the clock now? It's got to be someone.
Steamboat.
Steamboat's on the clock. Then Jay Breezy. I got 4 picks away.
Steamboat getting Montez Sweat. What round was that? 44? Okay.
That was a solid pick. Oh, he broke his little streak of having kickers.
Well, yeah. Kickers, rookie picks are valuable. I like that. Cooper Kupp and Aaron Rodgers need to hurry the F up.
The
Well,
most
Cooper Cup, we should have an answer about today. Today, they already said that. We'll have an answer on Cooper Cup today.
I guess we're trying to move off of these guys. Yeah.
get what you can for them now, huh?
Yeah. Know where they're landing and know what you can convince the buyer for. Be like, yo, Cooper Kupp's going to Drake May. Drake May is Justin Herbert 2.0. You think Cooper Kupp had a great year with Justin Herbert? Imagine him having a year with Drake May.
Peacock said been nonstop here at work. Still have 6 jobs left on that list. The phone been going crazy with other stuff going on everything on a fucking Friday.
What'd I miss?
Fuck.
Any action yet?
Hell no. Cooper Kupp and Aaron Rodgers holding everything up.
Come on, Cooper and Rogers.
Let me scroll down a little bit on the draft board.
Oh, who's on right now?
Steamboat.
Yep.
Oh, God damn it.
My fucking nemesis.
He's
My nemesis.
usually on the way to work at this time. His arch nemesis.
Yeah.
And then I checked.
He's like, kid, really don't want to wear a fedora. I'm like, you ain't gonna get kid no fedora. I'm gonna buy you one. I'm gonna buy you one to bring you one.
The big bro said and then I checked the calendar for next week and someone removed my days off. They weren't there. I put them back on and I'm leaving as soon as I'm done with everything today. Sheesh. Oh yeah, they was hating on your days off.
He's like, look, they're trying to put me on. He's like, who's the schedule maker? I'm the schedule maker. Ha ha.
Come on now.
Hit him with the switch up. He's like, wait a second, I have days off.
Yep. As soon as I got word that like, so if so and so is let go, would you be willing to do the Saturday Sunday off? I'm like, yeah. And then like a week later, so and so comes back to work and they getting laid off, and I'm like, so Saturday and Sunday. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll get you that Saturday and Sunday. And like 2 weeks later, I'm like, Saturday and Sunday. And they're like, but we usually give somebody like 2 weeks before, blah blah blah. I was like, no, I'm ready now. Give me that Saturday and Sunday off.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was after the football season, but yeah, that's what I'm at now. So Monday through Friday, my Fridays are my Fridays. So tonight I go into work at 11 o'clock, but it's my Friday. So that's pretty cool now.
Yeah,
I got my Saturday night, Sunday night off. Go back to work Monday night, 11 o'clock.
Not mad at it.
No, not at all.
Life is good.
Yeah, because Saturday night, I was hanging out with my girl, and we were doing shit on Saturday night. So she's like, man, it's crazy. I didn't realize it was like this out here. And I'm like, yeah, because we never out here on Saturday nights. She's like, well, there's a lot of people and a lot of shit going on. I'm like, yeah, that's how it is in Santa Ana on Saturdays. Like, we don't fucking go out on Saturdays because I gotta go to work usually. But now that I'm gotta go to work on Saturday night, I'm fucking hanging out and this place is popping like fucking downtown Santa Ana is it's a hitter. So I'm all like happy about getting to be out in the life.
I remember when COVID first came around, we realized how busy we were all the time. Every weekend, somebody's kid's birthday, or somebody's birthday, or somebody, you know what I mean? Somebody's fucking going away party, or some kid's graduation, but you know what I mean? There's always something going on, and like realize like, yo, we actually save money when we're not going to all these things. You know what I mean? Because my go-to is like, we're not buying somebody a gift, we're just gonna give them some money, and like you can't just be like, here's $20, kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so even that adds up. But it's like, yo, like, yeah, I'm glad that kind of changed the little wave there. Yeah. We were always somewhere. But I like going to I used to like those type of parties because I'm gonna see the folks. We're gonna get turned up. You feel me? Gives a fuck whose party it is, motherfuckers is turning up.
Yeah. Yeah, no kids here. I ain't got no kids. So straight up fucking street fairs and bar crawls and
bar crawls. I remember those. I ain't never participated in one, but I remember seeing that shit.
I'm a motherfucker that can eat. So like sometimes I roll into a place and I'm hungry and I want to just like hit up the menu on the food and then the drinks.
You'll just post up for a cool minute.
Yeah, because if you can give me some food to chow down on, yeah, I'm gonna take down like 2 or 3 drinks.
We used to, the nightlife used to be my shit. And you know what I mean? We barely stepping out like 11 or 12, and then in the West Coast, or at least in the Bay Area, shit closes down at 1:30 or 2. So like we really only be out there for a few hours. Except for on the weekdays, though. The weekdays was different because we'd be at somewhere like $2 Tuesdays was the shit everywhere. You know what I mean? So you might fall off into somewhere like a 7 or 8 at night. You know what I mean? And then be there till like midnight or whatever.
Yeah.
Faded. Even I had a Dave & Buster's phase too, where like every Thursday we go to Dave & Buster's like at 8 o'clock because it was happy hour from like 7 till closing, and then we did pregame there.
Oh yeah.
Happy hour was cool because it was half off, so it's like getting like $6 Patron shots was the shit. You know what I mean? Just keep them coming, and then boom, step out to wherever we're going out that night. Usually the Thursday spots were cool because it was like usually like they're not tripping off a dress code. You know what I mean? Once I started dressing like fitted though, for real, it didn't matter. Cause before it was just like you can't wear no baggy shit or can't wear no fucking. They wouldn't let you in with no sneaks. You had to wear hard shoes and shit. Like the fuck. Button ups. I'm glad I had a nightlife for a while, and like half of my nightlife was going out with my lady, because you know what I mean? Going out with the boys is always fun, but like there was an era where we went out with all it was like all couples all the time, and it's funny because you would always see drama. Me and my girl were never drama though going out, but you would always see drama with other couples. You'd always have the homie like. All the bitches went to the bathroom and then he over there trying to holler at something. I'm like, oh shit, man. I don't even hang with this dude no more. His name was Joey, but he was always trying to holler at everything. The moment they were gone, he just get to hollering at something, or he'd be on the dance floor dancing with something. You know what I mean?
Man,
I'm like, yo, you're a fool. You will always get caught too. There'd be drama. And you're like, yo, we're going over here. We're going to the next spot. He would like that shit though. Motherfuckers, he would like that drama. Boom, she go this way with the girls. You're high. Let's go over here. Create the problem so that you can be free.
That's a whole world.
You feel me? I remember this one time we were in Vegas. He did that shit. Boy, she was so hot. We couldn't find this fool. And it was just the four of us. It was like, it was narrowed down. Like we was just doing it a couple nights in Vegas for my girl's birthday. And goddamn, we just couldn't find him. And then we were just going through the dance floor. You know what I mean? I'm like kind of annoyed because she's like third wheeling. You know what I mean? And then like we just see him. He in there on the floor, on the dance floor getting down, man. With some broad. She was so hot. And he hit a dip. That shit was funny. I was on him. My girl was on him too. She was like, damn, that bitch was hella ugly too.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? It's funny too because like we you know, this dude in particular, like, you know, I knew him for my girl was around for several years with me before he brought this one around, you know what I mean? So like even in the beginning, you know what I mean, he didn't give a fuck. I was like, yo, you're hella wildin', bro. That bitch was crazy though too. They were just like, you know, when people get alcohol in the mix, you know what I mean? I'm always calm because I'm usually on everything, you know what I mean? Well, especially in those days. I'll just be cooling, like, yeah, man, y'all tripping. You know what I mean? Fucking my high up. You feel me?
That's crazy.
Yeah. My girl always trips on me when I go to Vegas. She's like, you're gonna die out there. Like, what the fuck? She's like, the way you do drugs in Vegas. And I'm like, that was back in the days. You know what I mean? Super light nowadays. Back in the days, though, it was like a must, but we're on Molly. We're hitting the ski slopes. You ain't sleeping for days, drinking round the clock. Then when you go home, sleep for like 3 days straight. Those were the days. Yeah, I'm glad I had a youth.
yeah, facts. I'm
Yeah,
glad I got it in my youth though.
Yeah, because I feel like I know the difference. Like for example, I was telling a story when I saw the homies, and then they're like one of them lives in Vegas, and he was like, yeah, when everyone comes out, they want to go out and get bottle service, and then like they were, you know, his wife was clowning like, how old are y'all? You know what I mean? It was just like funny though, because it is like some young shit to go and like blow hella racks, you know, or some baller shit. You know what I mean? But everybody and their mama knows. Because all the bitches that come through, they get free wristbands and shit. So they in the VIPs, you know what I mean?
Come on.
That's why motherfuckers get bottle service, you know what I mean? Because you get bachelorette parties thrown at you for real. Like, that's just how they do it, though, in Vegas. All the bachelorette parties and all groups of girls, they're in for free. You know what I mean? Boom, here's some wristbands, too. Oh, bachelorette party, wristbands, y'all can drink. or going to VIPs, and you know what I mean. Yeah, but back in that, it is kind of crazy to think about it. Back in the days, we used to blow racks in the club. You know what I mean? Because when we was young, or even just younger, I should say, because I'm only like 10 years removed from this type of behavior. But like, you know, like where you're like, we would do things because but this is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or like just to say it was nothing. We would just do some ignorant shit like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Blew like 10 bands in the club, that's nothing. You feel me?
Turned up.
Bullshit. Right?
Come on now.
Low key be like, fuck. Had a good time though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we just in there like, fuck it, keep the bottles coming. One thing I don't do, and I've never been an advocate for, is throwing money away in the strip clubs. You know what I mean? I'd watch the homies just throw away bands. How could you do that? Just,
Oh, they part of that life.
yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
It is like a culture though.
yeah.
West Coast, you got to go down to LA where it's like, okay, it's more similar to the South, but like, and even New York started popping in that fashion too, where like you have strip clubs where like you can't go in there with your little itty bitty $100. You know what I mean? You get
Oh
laughed
hell
at.
no!
Fuck no, these motherfuckers they're ordering plastic bags and shit of ones.
Peacock said, 3 job submissions left. I can almost taste a lunch break.
Yeah,
Do that shit.
I wonder where he's going for lunch. It's raining like fuck out here, so like last night we whipped up some broccoli cheddar soup. That shit went crazy.
Oh, soup.
Yeah, with some tri-tip on the side. You know what I mean? Or we had the broccoli cheddar on the side.
Tri-tip.
Yeah, the tri-tip is like I've been on the tri-tip hype for the last couple months since I watched Kidda put one away. Pause. I was like, you know what? I forgot about the tri-tip. Because it's hella easy though, bro.
I can't
it's
wait.
Dumbass easy to make.
I'm gonna put down the tri-tip. I'm gonna put down the corn, the cream corn, and then the red beans and rice. And then if there's some specialty stuff,
and he's like, I'll be in the bathroom if you need me.
I'm down to I'm down to cook anything. But those 3, I know I have a strong.
These are some of your signature dishes
I'll
right
just
here.
go out there and fucking give it to y'all and make everybody happy. And it's all pretty relatively cheap. It ain't really it really ain't that thing. Like if we were gonna go out for the night,
we're gonna go communal with it. We'll all throw down on some good eating.
Yeah, if we go to well, we don't even have to go very far because at the Platinum underneath us is that one joint and they got all this shit fucking food wise.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That little motel looking thing is
the little diner. They got that little diner woo-wop.
I forget what it's called. I want to say it's like a.
It's like right next. Is it connected to the Horseshoe?
I can't remember what it's called. I can pull it up real quick.
Is it the steakhouse you was talking about, big bro?
No, it's a big ass fucking like eating.
It's like the locals be fucking with this shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's called the Ellis Island Hotel, and then they got a restaurant there, and like a actual like a bar, whatever the fuck, at the Ellis Island. It's the Ellis Island. The locals know about it more so than the tourists.
Oh well.
Yeah, because like when you literally drive by, it's goddamn Motel 6 more or less. But on the inside, it's done up nice, and they got that fucking restaurant. It's fucking phenomenal.
Let's go. Yeah, we ain't playing.
It's definitely stumbling distance.
There was a joint down. It was like right across the street. They were talking about like Steamboat, and then they all ordered to go. And then they're like, "You want anything?" And because I ain't never left the room really at that point. And I was like, "Yeah." But they brought me some bacon, eggs, and hash browns, and some toast and shit. But yeah, I think it was that place. Shit was fire. That came in the clutch too. I ain't gonna lie. Because at that point, can't even remember really eating. Just doing psychedelics and drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got. Ooh, see, it's crazy because like I'm still in dynasty mode. I haven't fully got into the redraft mode yet, but once we lock in, we lock in. We got some big drafts that weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of these are fairly big money leagues. $200 joints.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah,
did the 14 teamer, or maybe even.
we got 12 solid so far, and then
Yeah.
Viking Kev, he said he got two homies, but I said okay. I said let's put a maybe on them because I got other maybes like Silky Johnson's one. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got a few maybes. You know what I'm saying? But Bakes and Ghost Monkey, they're locked in. So that brought it up to 12 for the Friday draft. Because at minimum, I want to do 14. And we could, and then out of those two guys that Viking Kev said he has, one of them for sure wants to go. So I'm like, okay, word. But then it also becomes like, okay, you got to make sure that guy, he might need to find somewhere to stay type of shit. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, well, the schematics of it all. People. That's why shout out to Bakes and Ghost because you know what I'm saying. Right out to get there, like, yeah, I'll get my own room. I'm like, hey, word. Because you know what I'm saying. We also got the line at the Platinum for the single rooms, but like Peacock and JD, they're you know they're housing with us, and I think that'll be boom. Now we're nice and comfortable. Yeah, like that'll make us at 9 in that room because that room could theoretically fit like 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's because we got a lot of couches and shit too. You know what I mean? I'm definitely playing the couch.
Is it Johnny Rockets?
Johnny Rockets, me and Dennis.
Johnny Rockets is right down the street too,
Me
right?
and Dennis, we cause we're the early risers in the crew.
I'll be one too.
We don't fuck around. Like as soon as that sun is up, we're ready. And so we would usually link up and then do it. And then the one time we went
Johnny
Johnny
Rockets.
Rockets, it was.
He ate a whole half bar of the shrooms.
Yeah, I was chilling. I was definitely feeling the shit, and we had to walk a little bit to get to this Johnny Rockets, and I was feeling it because I would see these big ass buildings, and I'm walking towards them, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, it's not too far. But it's a big ass buildings, and when you're far away and you're looking at something big, it actually is like relative to like the position of yourself in this big ass building. So I'm walking and it's not getting any closer. I'm like, God damn, dude, this is fucking wild. I'm tripping out. It's getting a little bit warm because it's Vegas in August, and I start getting uncomfortable. But once we get there, I know I'm hungry and I eat and I want to order a breakfast beer, so I get my breakfast beer, and Dennis is like, "Oh, you got the show starting," and I'm like, "Fuck that, dude! They ain't gonna do nothing." It's like it's Vegas, like
I was like, oh, we're doing that show.
we all like chilling right now. It's like I'm not in any hurry. I just want to enjoy myself. And sure enough, by the time we go to the liquor the gas station to buy some beer, get to the place, everybody's still asleep. There's like two people maybe up, and
you guys called me. I woke up. I was like, okay, I got the show.
but JD is rocking. I think Lee is
JD
rocking.
and Lee were on.
They're like ready to fucking roll, and then everybody in Vegas is just still like in no man's land, still
I remember that.
wake up.
I remember that.
I got up right to some breakfast beers for sure.
But I was like technically I had already been up for hours. Me and Dennis, we woke up early. We're the early.
Oh yeah,
risers.
Derek was there too.
Derek, I don't know what Derek. Derek didn't link up with that.
Derek came through like right when we started the show.
That day. But I know Dennis and I we linked up. We hit up the Johnny Rockets and we had a bomb ass breakfast. I was taking my sweet ass time, and it was just what the doctor ordered, so to say, right?
Yeah.
And
And
then
it's funny. Oh, was that the first time?
that actual foot trip, we walked by Tupac's light
Yeah, where
post.
he got shot up.
We walked by that twice, and we didn't even know we were walking by.
Oh wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
that was
we
Kiddo
walked
on
by
the
that
shroom
light
chocolate.
post twice, and
And
didn't
Kiddo
even
on the
know.
shroom chocolate, he'll be in the block.
Yeah.
Bake said, allegedly the mouse is listening.
Yeah.
And
You know,
what I mean?
I'm on my best behavior.
He's what?
I ain't ever given you guys a negative image. I do what I do, and I'm always on my best behavior.
Oh no. See, here's the thing. You know, ain't nobody the boogeyman but me.
I don't fuck around and get myself into trouble. You know?
Yeah, that's and you know what's funny too is like I tend to gravitate towards people like that too. I stick to people like that. I don't get into shit neither. You can't be scot free and you get into the gang of dumbass shit. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
I'm calculated than a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
All I got was separated from the pack, and I was lost as fuck. I was like, what the fuck am I kept walking around in a circle in the Paris joint. I was like, God damn. I don't know
Psychedelics.
how to get the fuck out of here.
From the moment I touched down,
Viking Kev came over. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get somewhere to sleep. I know I got the fucking treasure island. Where the fuck is the treasure island? He's like, oh, yeah, it's way down there. I'm like, I see it, but how do I get there? Vegas ain't a straight line. Vegas is like, get there.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was because we was wondering where you had disappeared to, because we had a
I
kid
didn't
to
even
watch
know
out
I
there.
got separated.
Yeah, we had a kid to watch. You know what I mean? So like, because the first time I called, hey, is Kiddo with y'all? They're like, nah. Then they called me back. Hey, we saw a Kiddo. Where was he at? He was crossing the street, or something. He was walking across the street. And then when they saw you again, they said that you were going down the same sidewalk. This is Steamboat at least. He's like, hey, I saw Kid again. He's like, we called his name this time. He didn't look back. You know what I mean? But I guess you might have found your way by that point.
Yeah.
Them
I found my way.
chocolates be.
I found my way, but it was a lot more difficult than I anticipated being.
Nothing like success, though, right? But yes, made it.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you get there, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. Lay out, hit that fucking mattress, and done. But, yeah. Early riser. I only need a few hours. I don't need I don't need a whole 9 hour, 10 hour, 7 hour.
What keeps me up is when I keep drinking, that makes me stay up. So usually we're getting up to get back on the horse. You know what I mean? So like, I like Vegas though. Vegas is like Vegas. That's how you're supposed to do it when you're on vacation. You gotta have a drink in your hand, or a smoke rolled up. You know what I mean? We
I feel like I got no purpose out there. I'm not a real big gambler. I don't go out to casino, drop money on any game or anything like that.
Vegas is a big playground.
But I'll go out there the next time.
I still know that I fully know that I am on a mission to draft an absolute beast of a team.
Yeah, I am 100% on that game. And then if you want to play some cards at the hotel and not force me outside of the hotel, oh, game over. That's the best trip I could ever ask for.
So we'll play war.
Is kicking in.
Gotta play war. For dogs.
I ain't even got to play war. I mean, I can play heads up, fucking hold 'em. That's no deal. Like, I will definitely
tell the Airbnb people we need some poker chips there.
I think they had some. Remember?
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, word. They definitely had some. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll split them up, and then we'll figure out how to manipulate the blinds to make it valuable for like $100 buy-in or whatever, and then like kick it. Like like the Vegas
the
scene,
Invitational.
The Vegas scene is not for me. Like if I'm going out and I'm trying to experience hotels and casinos, it just really isn't. There's nothing there for me. I don't have that that drive to hit a table and play some craps or roulette.
Man, you gotta get down on some roulette.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not in. I'm not. I'm
Hey,
not
kid will be
there.
like this. They'll be like, he'll be like, 200 on red. And then it goes, hey, on red. He goes, all right. I win.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
right.
cool.
Dennis knows.
I'm
Dennis
excited.
remembers. The pool table doubled as a poker table, and they had some chips. And then some of our cats they wanted to play AJ and Bob from
That
finance.
whole crew's a
They,
poker
they
crew.
they like to play some poker a little bit on that
Yeah,
table.
that whole crew's a poker crew.
Yeah,
Shout out to the East
I'll
Side.
jump in.
Listen, we're going to war in several ways.
Peacock said he got to stock the fridge up with them THC drinks so he can 42.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta locate where we can find these. Definitely, I'm pretty sure they'll have them at Bevmo.
We got the extracurriculars. We're gonna do some big shopping.
Yeah, we gotta keep them stock on.
I
Yeah,
don't
on
think
chill
gonna have no
Peacock.
slow
I
cooker.
gotta stock
So
up
we
on
need a slow
non-alcoholic
cooker to
drinks.
get that red beans cooked. If I'm gonna cook up some red beans, I need a slow cooker. So
I mean,
we can go.
Kev said Kev is planning on driving, so you know what I mean. You know what's crazy is my pops' birthday is the week before, and so when I was telling him, I was like, oh, I'm going to Vegas again this year, like every year. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I think I'm going the week after my birthday. He's like, I'm gonna go hang with Uncle Pete. I'm like, oh, word.
That's how my parents are too.
Yeah, and see, look at this. But see, look at this though. I'm like, word, okay. And he's like, I'm gonna drive up there if you want to drive. So I'm gonna take the Tesla. And I started thinking about that trip, but I started, and then like, okay, we're gonna have to stop and charge like twice. And I'm like, okay, but I'm like, it's not the trip is not that bad. It's like 7 hours, you know what I mean, ish. But my whole thing is like, oh shit, if we drive,
You get to load up.
You know what I mean? But see, here's the thing though, is I wouldn't want to bail on my dad and just fly back. You know what I mean? Like, but so I told my pops, I was like, because my mom, she's the same way. She's like, oh, your dad wants to drive. She's like, I want to fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to fly too. I just want to get there.
Yeah, I just like to get there, be there, and then leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because leaving is always rough.
Yeah, Lee is
Like, you
Lee
don't
is
wanna
there at
leave.
9:30, 9:40, right? You're gonna
Yeah,
get there at 9:40,
9:20 in the morning. Yeah.
9:20. Okay,
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Time for some breakfast.
That's perfect because you might be able to meet up with kid. Oh yeah, you don't have those days off no more. So you actually gotta request.
No,
it.
I'm taking those days off. I just don't have a flight yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably May time. I mean, you booked pretty close out, right, last year.
Oh, I think it was like a few weeks.
I was hounding you. Like
Yeah,
every other day, it's like, hey,
the motherfucking
yeah.
flight was like ended up being like $80 round trip.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of idling by about booking my shit. I looked a couple times though, but then that Southwest gave me the free bag though. I makes me want to kind of book now.
2 free bags, 3 free bags, really, when you think about it, because you get that carry on and the 2 checks.
Like, see, I don't mind if I get it somewhere, 180 round trip, right? That's I don't mind that, including the bags.
Yeah, that's
And like
that's
they won't fuck with your flight. Your flight doesn't, because like when you fly cheap, you have to keep monitoring your shit.
American, you have to your carry-on has to
the
be
cool.
a certain weight of
The cool
fuck.
thing about where I'm at, I'm there in less than 40 minutes. I literally was a 38-minute flight.
Yeah, I'm there in like an hour and dub, hour and 15.
I'm there in
12,
38 minutes.
hour and 15, 20-ish, because you got, from flying, landing and getting off the plane, like, yeah, because I've flown to Vegas a few times now here from SAC. A couple years ago, me and Candlestick, just to get it, just like to save like $20 or whatever. I got we had it where it was a layover, but it was like 10 minutes, so we didn't get off the plane. I just slept the whole, yeah, just on the way back. So we flew into LA and then flew to SAC. You know what I mean? But like, I was asleep the whole time anyway. I was like this. Like, and that's the thing too. When you leave in Vegas, we usually like to go like an hour ahead, so we can get in there and just hit the bar real quick. You know what I mean? Keep this thing rolling before it's time to hit on that plane.
Shit, the bar is the funnest when you land.
Yeah, and if you end up flying out early or landing early, you'll be able to just meet with fucking because I know you don't mind just chilling at the bar for a couple hours. Yeah, because that's the thing too, is like we're not getting the spot till like 4 or till 4. So like I did play with
The cool
And if
thing is
they're-
we got
I don't mind
we
flying
got
in
our
like an
spot,
11-ish.
and it's always the same guy. We're like we roll up and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then homie remembers us every single time at the layover. I think it's called.
Yeah, and he was playing some cool jams too. And I
Yeah.
remember even I said something about music, and we were talking. And I was like, "Oh, check me out." He's like, "Okay." He wrote it down. I was like, "Okay, where? Watch me go there next year. He's playing my shit." Because he was playing like obscure shit. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't playing like commercial shit. He was playing stuff with like curse words and shit. Like I was like, he was playing. Who was he playing? He was playing some Yo Gotti, and he was playing some what's the Yo Gotti's other dude? He was playing Pooh Shiesty. I was like, okay. He
He had
played
the motherfucking
Pooh
party
Shiesty.
going. He had the party going, bruh.
Yeah, I was like,
it's a fun time. JD, you're gonna like it. You're gonna link up with us and fucking party, bro.
Come on now.
I told Lee I said, listen, we gotta get you one of them electric carts. That's badass though. I kind of want one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, depending on how it go, I might not have me and Lee gonna be back to back.
There you go.
Hey,
real shit,
sliding
though.
them motherfuckers.
You know what I mean? Get a little, watch out, y'all. You know what I mean?
I gotta get one of those AI robots to walk me across the place. Like,
There you go.
hold my hand, like AI robot. Take me to
Hey,
the
look,
place
that'd be
that
dope.
got the best
Hey, when does
fucking food.
When does that sale on Peacock sites stop? So I know.
The AI robot?
No, when does the sale end? Sorry.
Oh, I think he said something like next week. I'm gonna place my order today though, because he got the hats now. He got the GWN hats now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the hats. Are the
Yeah, I want to give
hats,
me some
like,
trucker hats.
Are they
And
one size
he added
fits
some
all?
colors to the GWN. He had
Well,
some
yeah,
colors
they're
to the-
adjustable. You'd be able
Okay.
to you'd be able to fit it.
Okay.
Both of them are adjustable.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what color I want to get though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I'm getting like the gray. You know, like the what is it called? Heather gray. Is that what it's called? I'm getting a heather gray, and then I'm getting a hoodie of the GWN. Then I'm gonna get a what is that thing called? I want to get a yellow GWN if they got a yellow trucker hat too. Otherwise, if not, I might not get the yellow because I want to get some matching shit. You know what I mean? I want to get if they got green. We have to get a green with the green hat. Oh, and I gotta get a black hat to match all my black shit, and a red hat too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it back.
We gotta pick.
Sale prices are as Mark 13 price applies to select styles. Sale ends on the 17th.
That's St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, cool. Okay.
St. Patrick's Day morning.
Okay, so what's that Monday?
I'm
So we
going
got
out to
that
get
Sunday.
my corned beef hash on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
I'm
Monday,
about to
that's
eat fucking
Monday.
fat on St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Actually,
everybody, be sure to head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Take full advantage of the sale we got going on right now.
I'm on there right now.
Let's go ahead and play it.
everybody riding around in those carts wearing fedoras. Nobody wearing fedoras.
Yeah.
I'm wearing all this stuff.
We're all wearing fedoras,
in
but
this
you.
game.
Fedoras and GWN hats, mandatory.
And Steamboat is a fool sometimes, like with the fucking ideas.
Hey,
Now,
Steamboat
what
will wear the
section
whole
of the
getup.
hats under?
Steamboat's gonna come through in an entire Kentucky Derby getup. Watch.
Yeah,
Yes, and I'm gonna be mad that I just,
motherfucker never even rode a horse in his life.
hey, come on. hey, you gotta go to Top Golf with him.
I will.
There
And
it
I
is.
will,
Yes.
I will lay into that motherfucker and be like, I got 100 yards
Yes.
on Steamboat. Yeah. And I'll let him know. It's like, hey, remember that time when I had the 4th overall pick and you gave me the 12th? Like, that fucking sucked.
Hey, kiddo, where do I find the hats?
Fedoras?
No, the hats for the GWN hats.
Oh, you go into Neon Peacock.
Yeah, I'm on the site right
merch.com.
now. Yeah.
And then it I guess it might be in others or extras or something.
Okay.
But it's gotta be it's gotta
Okay,
be
found
super.
it. It's in the
Yeah,
front
yeah.
extras, okay. Front
Yeah,
it's not
Peacock
hard to
just
find.
said it. Yeah, Peacock
Oh,
just
no,
said it.
gotcha.
Extras.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and
it's
then
want
not
a
it's not
baseball
hard
cap,
to
dude.
find.
and then Bakesalai said, "We're driving out of here. Gonna burn the whole way. That's why I don't like flying. You're gonna be putting it in the air the whole
Yeah.
time."
See, I haven't got worried about that. I haven't puffed in fucking since what year is it? 2025? It would be 2023 summer. That the last time I was in Vegas in summer 2023. I ain't puffed nothing since then.
That's a nice dry out right there.
Bro, if I smoked right now, I'd get fucking hella baked. Back when you get first baked, that's how I would get baked.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and run the message from our sponsor, y'all.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I get it. Alrighty.
Yup, there we go. You got all the Simpsons joints on sale right now. You can get the Bogey, the Lee, the JD, and the Kidda, and the Peacock, all on sale for $13 in the classic and
And the Rego.
the Rego. Yep,
Okay.
$13 for a T-shirt, bro. Like it doesn't really get any better than that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm doing some spring shopping right now. Get some GWN gear. Definitely might give me another Prime One joint, but a T-shirt this time.
You know, if you want to know the differences between the cuts on the shirts, right now I'm wearing a Rego. I typically wear a classic. I have two Regos. They're both these sauce, but you know it's a
Are the
little bit
regulars
tighter
like-
around the arms,
Okay.
the chest area. It's not so like baggy. Like if you get a classic tee, it's a little bit more baggy. If you want to get a regular, it's gonna feel a little bit more fitted. But both of them are
Awesome.
quality.
Yeah,
t-shirts.
I bounced around from the regular.
Yeah, this is what
and
I'm gonna do. I'm doing the new GWN shirt in navy blue, in the blue, and the hat in the blue.
There you go. Yeah, the hats are 40% off right now.
Yep, we got the $13 classic and regular tees, and everything else is 40% off. The extra softs, okay, yeah, I haven't ordered the extra soft, but if it's a Gildan, which I think every single shirt that I've ordered through that website has been a Gildan, they do have some nice premium tees. The extra softs are probably a more premium fitting and
Yeah,
feeling
you get 40,
t-shirt.
40% off those.
The Gildan brand actually provides nice quality t-shirts, and then the printing company that, like, I don't know, I couldn't tell you how many times I've washed this shirt, but there's no degradation at all.
Yeah,
Like,
they're awesome.
yeah, they
I got a
don't
Luigi.
degrade.
I got a Luigi one that Peacock gifted me years ago, and I watched that one a bazillion times. It's still hella fresh.
Yeah. There's no lack of quality in these products. Great brand to have.
Yes. Shout out to neonpeacockmerch.com.
And for an additional fee, you can customize your own tee.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely want to holler at our man Peacock if you got a design idea, and for a small fee, you can get it done.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, what I mean, we'll let Peacock talk about all the whatever the pricing would be, because you know what I'm saying, it definitely varies. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can get, man, shit, you can even get custom art done from Peacock, some commission artwork. You know what I mean? He's one of the hottest young painters of this century. The 21st century.
We have some videos, actually. There's some videos posted on his YouTube.
Oh, that's the one I gotta order.
If you if you want to see the
shirt.
process and how he goes about his profession, it's quite impressive and entertaining. I always love to watch, because I myself am not an artist. I don't know how to even write my name in a legible format. And to watch somebody
That's me too.
that
you
can
put the
build
initials
something
up.
with their hand on a piece of paper and create something super badass. I'm always like, woo, mind blown. Yeah. That shit is
You miss facts, bro.
that shit is some of the most entertaining things I ever seen in my life, was watching somebody draw.
You already know, Peacock, man. That shit fully reciprocated, big Brad.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to the Neon Peacock.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, we what is it called? That was
Be lit.
I was about to say I might as well.
Fucking lit
I'm rolling
right
another
now,
one
bro.
too. I'm like, let's see if I can get higher.
I don't know how many more minutes I got in my day, but I got a shot for y'all.
Yeah,
Toast
man.
it up.
Fella.
Yeah, man. To good health and wealth and success.
Yo. Actually, I think girl said she's gonna bring home. I usually cook. I usually get up early enough to where I can like set everything aside and like just like cook. And then by the time she comes walking in, it's funny because we both work, but I got the weird hours where I'm at home during the day. So I play like the housewife role, and I'll have the fucking dinner ready when she comes walking in through the door,
Nice. But that's like breakfast
and
for
it's
you.
dope, right? Because I got that shit down. Like, like I can always plan it out and get it all done at the same time. Like, when she's walking through the door, I got fucking food ready.
Boom.
But this time she's like, I said this morning, I was like, what am I gonna cook for dinner? She's like, you want me to bring something home? I was like, I don't know. What are you thinking? She's like, I've been wanting the Philly cheesesteaks. So shout out to Philly.
Yes.
Philly be waiting that fucking
I'm
Super Bowl.
on record for
I
saying
love a
I
goddamn
would
Philly
eat a Philly
cheesesteak.
every day. If
You
it
know
was
what
up
she
to me.
said? She said, what do you want? Provolone or the cheese whiz? I said, you gotta do both.
Both.
So she's like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah, that's how it happens. It's like, you got to do both. Like,
gotta do both.
100%. Throw the cheese whiz, and the fucking provolone, white cheese. I'm done. Like, absolutely everything else, throw it on it. And so there's a Philly cheesesteak place not too far from where we're at, and I'm gonna be getting a big ass sandwich. Put it down.
Do they have an eating contest at this Philly spot?
Damn it! I wish I need that fucking pizza competition back, bro. Like now that
How
I know,
often do they do that shit?
You know what I did? Like I stuffed my face too fast. Like I couldn't swallow as fast as I was putting it in. I was like, I had a mouthful of pizza, and I needed to regulate my intake, and I didn't know how to do it because
were you sitting next to
I
me
had
and did
gotten
that once?
I was ahead of the pack by like 2 slices, And then I thought that was a great pace, and I started just continuing the whole fucking thing. And then by the time I realized, I was like, oh shit, I'm half a pizza in, and I got this other half, and I'm trying to put down like 2 slices at the same time, and I'm like chewing, and I got my fucking mouth full. I'm like, God damn it, motherfucker is just doing 1 slice at a time, and he was able to get the crust, because by the time he was done, I only had crust left. And that's what killed me. Is like, oh man, I couldn't stay on pace because I slowed myself down with taking too many bites, more or less. Like, I have a whole different game plan next time, because I got to a fast lead, and I was I was at least 2 slices ahead of everybody else, easy. And then I got
second?
too ahead of myself, and I started putting more and more and more down, and trying to get a faster pace, where I was like, well,
How
let's
many
do a
contestants
realistic
was there?
pace. 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
The dude
And,
who won. The dude who won.
I beat. I had at the end of the competition, I had beaten the reigning champion. It was just the new champion that I couldn't fucking compete with, because he had a better strategy. But I was ahead of the new champion for more than half of the competition. The first half of the competition, I was way ahead of everybody.
So saving the crust did you in, essentially, or just
Yeah,
trying to overstep
but
fine.
also it was like, if I had transitioned to a different strategy, it was like, okay, instead of piling on all the pieces into one, so like I stacked slices on top of each other, and then started eating them. And then so I was like, and I would all of a sudden I would have 3 fucking slices in my mouth, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
trying to chew it and swallow it, like it would take me forever. I was like, I couldn't eat that much and swallow it. Like, I needed to take a couple bites maybe, and then chew and swallow, take another couple bites, chew and swallow. But I was like literally trying to take down 3 pieces of pizza at the same time, all in one, like gah, 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 gah. And I had it like I had 3 pieces
Is
of
there
fucking
people
pizza
cheering?
in my mouth. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, tons of people cheering. This place was definitely a show. Like, there
It's
was,
just like the man versus food thing. That shit was going down.
hell yeah, there's people going like woo, and I could hear people just like yeah. And then looking at my plate or my pie versus other people's pie, I knew I was way ahead of them. But I got mentally distracted and felt like I could do more than what actually is physically possible. Because I couldn't eat that way. Like, there's no way like I could just stack like 4 pieces of pizza on and just like eat the fucking shit out of them, and then I expect to like chew them and swallow them. Like, it doesn't happen that way.
The guy who won it all, he was going one by one.
Yeah, he was doing the crust. So like as soon as he picked up the pizza, he would like down it, and he was good. He was like just putting down a slice after slice after slice, and then the defending champion, he would do 2 slices on top of each other, and then I would be like 3 slices on top of each other, and then I was just trying to get ahead of the game, but with like no real strategy, because I don't eat in a competitive manner like that. But next time I'm taking it down. I'm gonna walk away with that $100, and that they gave me a T-shirt. I got a T-shirt for eating in a fucking pizza eating competition, so that was cool. But I didn't get the $100, and I didn't have to pay for the fucking pizza either.
Did they
That's
have a
cool
belt?
thing. So I ate the whole. No, it's just straight up fucking T-shirt and $100.
Did the pizza have toppings, big bro?
No, it's a straight cheese pizza.
Oh, okay.
So it should have been technically easy to eat, but the pace that I was trying to go at was unrealistic.
But the reigning champion, he was going the 2 at a time. So you weren't far off. You just
Oh,
tried
I
to
was
outdo him.
I had the reigning champion. Yeah, the reigning champion was definitely third to me.
Slow and steady wins the race.
First place, he got it out of sheer strategy, I think. Yeah, yeah. He just took one slice at a time and put it down, and then I was trying to get ahead of myself, trying to put down 3 slices at a time, over stuff in my mouth. I couldn't even fucking chew properly and all that stuff. So, that wasn't the technique to go.
Did they give you guys anything to drink?
Yeah, they give us 2 bottles of water, and I only drank 1 bottle of water. That was another thing that the winner he downed both of his bottles of water. So like basically after almost every bite that he took, he was doing a swig of water.
So
And
he
then
had
I
a
was just
strategy.
like, I was just so focused on putting pizza down, and I was doing good in the first half of the pizza, but then like I got so ahead of myself that I started stacking 3 pieces of pizza on top of each other and trying to put them down.
How many slices total?
8 slices. It's a extra large, so like the slices
New York style.
themselves, the slices themselves are like pretty big. I think it's like an 18-inch pie. So if you took 1 slice, it'd be 9 inches long.
Pause.
Peacock said he was using the water to help him pass the food. He didn't have to rely on his saliva.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did they
Miles
offer
is a
ranch or
talented
anything?
individual. I'm sure he could fucking win a couple eating competitions. a time or 2.
He was a
Yeah,
big
for
dude,
me,
big
this
guy.
was the very first eating competition that I ever got outside of like football. Like I've gone into banquets with football, right? And I'm not a lineman, but the linemen knew how I could eat, and they would sit me at their table, and they were like, okay, let's see how much we can eat and how many times we're gonna go back for extras. You know, those were fun times.
The high metabolism days.
Yeah, the high metabolism for sure. I went to college weighing 150 pounds, 35 pounds too light for my position. So I didn't pursue a college football career, even though that college football came to me and said, "Hey, we want to see what you're all about." I'm not an ignorant dumbass, because it's crazy, man. Once you're in college, people who have played high school football and then played college football, they know what I'm talking about right now. It's like when you are on the high school field, you're playing with boys, and then when you get on the college field, you're playing with men. Like, and when you only weigh 150 pounds, it's tough to feel comfortable. Not that I wasn't there because I didn't.
Yeah, in high school you could be a 220-pound lineman.
I just didn't ever fucking.
It's not cutting it.
No, I like the running back was because I'm a strong safety. The running back was the most scary position because those fools were 210 and they were running like 4.5 40s and laying the helmet, and that's when I knew. I was like, wait, I'm not ready. I'm not built for this. It's like I'm gonna get annihilated because I'm the like I pride myself on being able to read a quarterback's eye and know where that quarterback is gonna throw the ball or hand the ball off or whatever. And if I break and I get to a running back that's like built as a brick house and can run quick,
Yeah, he's running through you.
no, he's running through me for sure. 150 pounds to 120 pounds. That shit ain't nothing to the 220-pound running back. In high school, we're all kids, so sometimes a lot of the times it worked, but college was different. I just didn't get my growth spurt.
And the Chiefs assigned defensive tackle Jerry Tillery to a 1-year deal. And
That
the
piece.
Patriots just signed Marcus Epps.
Oh, yeah, Michael Epps' kid.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps' kid.
The comedian Mike Epps.
The Epps
He
kid.
ain't even concerned with the on-field product. I
wonder if the Epps kid, he came from Philly. He was on the Eagles for a while. I wonder if he was on that team last year. He just got a ring just for being a depth. You know what I mean?
Oh man, this is a real person. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mike
Peacock said he did a tackle football trial with a local team, and these dudes were all college ball rejects, and they could still ball.
Yeah, I can still ball. I know I can still play some good football. I'm out of shape, and I'm not. I'm not.
I know I can't.
I know I could go out there and play some
I'm chilling.
ball. It's just.
I'm not trying to get hurt.
I don't know. I wish I weighed this much when I was 18, not 38. 20 years ago, if I had this much weight on me and I was in the weight room lifting and building up a body, it would be so fucking phenomenal. But now that I'm, 38 years old and weighing 220, 230 pounds or whatever, it just doesn't hit the same.
The Bucks just made $19 million in cap space, restructuring Tristan Wirfs' contract.
It's probably going to be making room so they can pay all their rookies too, wherever they're going to draft.
Yeah.
You got about 15 pounds of hair there, right?
Now at my age, I think I might have played my last flag football game last year.
Yeah, I ain't playing no flag football neither.
I'm all set there, man. I'm too brittle.
He said, but if someone were to ask, go out there and play, every day.
Yeah.
Still lace them cleats up.
I'll be the OC, which means I'll be on the sideline drinking, taking credit, cheering the team on. Yeah, right. That's.
I would be glad to go up against Peacock because I know that he's a talented wide receiver, and I pride myself on my defensive abilities. And if there was a quarterback out there that could throw us an actual ball on a route, then
Boom. Oh, Steamboat got a good arm.
Yeah. I'm fat though. Like I'm literally like 230.
Oh, even my man Steven.
The Commanders just signed defensive lineman
But
Nate
I think
Herbig.
I think have a little bit of spryness. I think I can anticipate and read eyes a bit still.
They wear stunners in Vegas.
Just don't. If you want me to play my true position in the middle of the field, like middle linebacker, strong safety, oh man, don't be running up the middle and not expecting to get like a little bit of helmet. I'll lay the hat, bro. I mean, like one of the. There was a video where I thought it was funny as fuck, where they were not football. What's that fucking European Australian bullshit where they play like fake football? Rugby. Yeah, the rugby
they got no pads on.
They were doing the linebacker drill, right, where they just go wow wow, And then motherfucker laid somebody out. I was like, oh shit, I've been there before. That shit's fucking fun when you lay somebody out. And it all has to do with mass and technique. So if you're a scrawny little motherfucker and you can't lower your pads, you're gonna get laid out like that. All right. Yeah, that's just the nature of the business. If you're going up against a guy that's got more mass than you, you better believe that you're gonna get laid out, unless you can get lower than him.
Talk about it. Peacock said he need to stretch for 20 minutes first.
I need to stretch for 20 minutes just for bowling.
Bruh.
You're ahead of me. I'm like, can I do it? I think I can.
You ain't lying, bro. This shit is crazy now.
Yeah. Getting old is. When you're a kid and you see a grown ass man that can
I
handle
gotta text King and
themselves-
tell him he's on the clock.
Who? What?
King
King who?
King D.
King D.
Yeah.
Oh,
King D wanted what?
I think he's on the clock.
Yeah, I'm texting him
Oh,
right
he's
now.
on the clock. Okay.
Just text him.
Is that who's on there?
Yeah. I put on the block.
On the Glock.
Fat fingers.
He's on that concealed carry list.
You said you over
Maybe
there
I
putting
just got
players
one of
on the
your
trade
shirts.
block, huh, Lee?
I just got one of your shirts.
You said you putting players on the trade block?
No. I just got one of your shirts, your Simpson shirts.
Oh, okay, big bruh. Oh, yeah, look at you. Fella.
Now I can rock you on the top.
Come on now. Oh, my mama. Mama, I made it. We made it, mama.
I made the shirt. I made the t-shirt.
Every day.
I gave my wife one as a gag gift for her birthday.
We got the pick right there.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
Bo's on the
he
clock.
texts me. He goes, "Okay."
Let me see who he took. Let me go slide over to sleeper.
He took Ronnie Rivers.
Yo.
Oh, Bogey's in the clock.
Oh yeah, it's coming up. We coming up. Pause.
Yeah.
Let me go pull up my phone so I ain't got to pull up my queue on this one right here. Damn.
All right. I'm gonna call it quits.
Fella.
Yup. I'm out of here.
All right, big bro. You be smooth, man.
Yup.
We'll be back. Song said, the last time I played tackle football, I had missed 3 days off of work. Man, my day's been long gone. Ever since I had my accident, boy, it's been a wrap. I'm talking about my first one, boy. That was 05. I think, yeah, 05. So I ain't been able to be active, boy, since my mid-20s. Oh, my mama. Damn. Everything. We got Candlestick after Bogey. I thought you was after Bogey.
No, you got Candlestick, and then you got myself, and then you're right.
Yeah. We almost 4 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
We've been rocking.
How many hours that we are until we get monetized? Or do you think that will be during the season?
Now that I don't know. You would have to look at the analytics page.
I don't have that. I can't see that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you have to look
That'd
at
be bogey to see that shit.
What that?
Bro, hey.
What's up, folks?
Howdy. Yeah, my bad. Just going back and forth. The kids.
Fell
Watching.
out.
I got a monitor, so every time I say, well, "What you doing in the cabinet?" You know what I mean? Over here trying to make a mess, climbing in the cabinet. How long we been rocking?
3 hours 39.
Okay, we been rocking.
Everything.
Yeah, we could close this thing up. You know what I mean?
Off top. Yeah, kid had just slid out just like a couple of seconds ago, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my mouth.
Yeah, we can close this thing out. You know what I mean? Once again, everybody head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Take advantage of our $13 regular tee and classic t-shirt sale, as well as 40% off on the entire site. You know what I mean?
Let's get it, bro.
Oh yeah, and are we doing OJ? We're doing OJ, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, OJ and the blood for breakfast tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? Catch us on
Enough,
our, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? We'll be simulcasting live.
Motherfucking right.
You feel me?
Well, I'll be watching and I'll see you boys tomorrow.
Oh, my mama. And then
Madonna.
it's here, man. Hopefully we get some breaking news soon, man. 100%. So, you know.
Well, hopefully we get some Cooper Cup news tonight. I don't think.
Facts.
Hopefully. Well, it's supposed to be what? 3. Well, it's 3:30 in the East Coast, so hopefully we get something by tonight.
Facts.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? Everybody have a good Friday, and you know what I'm saying, a great weekend, and everybody be safe out there.
Facts. Peace.
Peace.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays.